Hello, everyone. It is I. Oh God. Oh no. Oh, I started going badly. What? I'm gonna not make it badly by saying hello, everyone. It is I, Beauregard Espelon Hamilton, aka Hambone, host of Radio Bonaire, and with me today are two travelers of the cosmos who are going to embark on a journey past the outer reaches of space, time, and your mind. That's right. With me, I have Mordio Crow. Say hi, Mordio.
That's me. Hello. Hi.
Ye.
I'm the archivist and librarian.
Yee. And beside them, there is Nova Minakawa.
Hello, I'm Nova Minakawa. I'm from the stars, so this should be like right at home for me.
Yeah. Well, you may be from the stars, but are you starry enough to be a space king?
Wow.
We'll see, I guess.
Okay, Space Kings, if you do not know, and a lot of you probably don't, but this is a hidden gem of TTRPG, an improvisational role-playing game developed by Super Try Studios. You can find it on itch.io, Space Kings, or if you just type in spacekings.space into your browser address bar, it'll just take you there. Yes, they own that domain.
Nice.
It is a RPG where you are in space and you have cool space adventures. Sometimes they're not really that spacey, they might be more fantasy, but Space Kings is the name of it, and that's what we'll be doing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is a really cool thing. One thing that's a little different about Space Kings from other TTRPGs is instead of using dice, which, are very nice, but sometimes you need a little bit more concentrated with your math for your rolls and such, well, or flips, as in this case. And sometimes you don't need big numbers, so instead of doing dice, we use playing cards.
This is fun. I like non-standard resolution systems, or even just different ones, mixing it up.
Yeah.
Fit the theme.
Yeah. That's why they have things like you flip for this and you flip for that. Face cards are considered successes, while numbers are considered, not failures per se, but you did not succeed. However, there are failures, in fact, critical failures, in the Jokers. So if you flip a Joker, something spicy happens. If you flip two Jokers, something really spicy happens. And let's just say, if you flip three Jokers, you die. Someone dies.
I was gonna say, there's only two Jokers in these decks, supposedly, right?
Well, if you say forget to pull out the download the app card or how to play poker card, those count as Jokers.
Yeah, I guess, or maybe if you do a really big draw and
perhaps have to reshuffle in your deck after you've gone through all your cards. Perhaps.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's also a skill,
Scary.
which we'll talk about later, where one of your cards also counts as a Joker. Another standard card. But you do get another crit. Yeah. But let's get more into the mechanics of it. Like I said, instead of dice, you use cards. And you use those cards to flip for your actions. Such actions could be that of breaking into the Space Pope's car, as you can see here. That success would be determined by what you flip. And you find out how many cards you flip by adding together one of your attributes with attributes. This is all the characters. I'll shout out to Kevin Cole and Hadley St. Clair. I think Brian Townsend and Brian... Who else was that? Brian Shepard, Brian Townsend. Yeah, they worked on this book. There was a Kickstarter a few years ago, and they got it made. by very generous people.
Very nice.
So as I said, you take an attribute and a skill to determine how many cards you flip. Characters come with 6 attributes. They are brawn, which is how strong you are. Now, do you have a character sheet? Can I see if I think there's one in here that I have to pull up. Also, I might sneeze. Hold on. Oh god.
Gesundheit.
Sorry about the dad sneeze. Let me get a character sheet real quick.
You cleared the microphone pretty well. I don't think it picked
Yeah,
up
I don't
too
like to sneeze in Mike's face.
That's just hygienic.
Where is the character sheet? Is it not here? I might have to read. Oh gosh, I might have to read.
Maybe they just have it separate and not in the.
Is it on the book? Let me double check.
Usually, I see books have it like somewhere at the end or something, but
I
Okay,
do
it's
feel
not
that's common, either
technically
right
here.
at the beginning or right at the end.
But it is on the itch.io page, which I sent you to. So if you want the character sheet for it, you can just go to the itch.io page or spacekings.space to see it. So like, if someone could really quickly post it to me in the Discord, so I can like bring it up on screen.
Sure thing. Yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
Like if you've even worked on it, that'd be cool. It's like see how you like filled it out or checked it out.
I have not done such a thing, but I am sending it over all the same.
they did it all in their head. They told me earlier, like, pretty much 3
Yeah.
characters ready to go.
Yeah, this is the character sheet for Space Kings. As you can see, it's actually pretty self-explanatory. Where it says, for the attribute, it says sign 7 dots, tells you sort of the math to figure out certain things. It's actually pretty nice. But anyway, we're going to get to attributes. We'll discuss that, and then we'll discuss more of the character creation. Let's make sure everything's good. So, attributes are like your capabilities on a base level, and like more of what you're capable of, such as brawn. Brawn is how strong you are in a sort of pure strength level, like how hard you can punch or how much you can lift. By the way, all the attributes you get basically one of, and then you can assign certain dots, like 7 dots, to one of your stats or whatever stats you want, whatever way you want them. That determines sort of like how many you flip. So if you had to do a flip that used brawn, but you only have 1 brawn, for that you do 1 flip.
Right, and since we need a face card, flipping 1 out of 54 is not the best chance of success.
Since you do know how many cards you've been through and how many successes and not successes you've had and how many jokers are left, you are encouraged to count cards.
All right.
Yeah. Also, next up we have agility, which is more how athletic you are, how fast or how capable you are of like flexing or being quick about things. Next up is intelligence, which is how knowledgeable you are about things. Like how can you recall certain events or mathematic principles or sciences, stuff like that. The more intelligent you are, the more likely you will get those checks. Next up, we have wit, which is more ingenuity. How quick are you to think of a solution or think of something outside of the box? That's mainly what that dictates. Next up, we have charm, which is how much someone likes you. So if you have to do something charming, it would behoove you to have more of one of these than less. But then again, right opposite it, there is presence, which is how much people respect you and how much respect you command. I think a good way to look at it is charming is more Jackie Chan and presence is more Bruce Lee in terms of how you might view them.
Okay.
Yeah, like you respect Bruce Lee more than perhaps you like. You like respect Jackie Chan, but you like Jackie Chan more as a person perhaps than Bruce Lee.
That's a pretty funny analogy. I like it.
It works though, right?
When you put it like that, yeah.
Okay. Attributes, we're going to skip past this right here and go to skills. Skills are like specific things you use in addition to your attributes to determine your roles. As you can see, we have athletics, melee, biology, perform, computers, piloting, empathy, persuasion, engineering, sneaking, explosives, space-wise, which is like streetwise. How aware of space are you and certain things in relation to that, or like cultural things, so you don't like make a fool of yourself. Firearms, survival, investigation, telekinesis, lying, and telepathy.
Makes
Bas-
sense. Seems like a good list.
Like if you want to do certain things, like I want to break into this window, you would roll brawn and melee. It's kind of up to the DM to what roles you perform. Like if you want to like dance and make someone like go over to your side, you would do like perform. But if you want to like maybe talk to them more, to instead of doing the dance, you would do more what is it, persuasion, then dance. They're all a lot of combinations you can do. Some unexpected
Okay.
even.
It's interesting to me that telekinesis and telepathy are considered common enough to be their own skills on every character sheet.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, it's a big old galaxy, universe out there, big old space out there.
Yeah.
A lot of different people. Like, just because you can move things with your mind doesn't necessarily mean you can also listen to other people's thoughts.
Right.
And you have either of those, well, you're not that special.
Yeah, like if you're with the Plutonians, they can do both, but maybe you're better at both of them, or maybe you only do one of them. So these are just, okay, I'm trying to think of how to like go with this. So with these skills, you get 2 practices plus, like you always get 2 practices, which are 2 dots in these ones, plus what your knowledge is. So if you have 3 knowledge, you get 5 practices to put 2 dots in.
Okay.
And again, these are flips. So
Right.
you can put 2 dots in, like, let's say I only have 1 intelligence, so that gives 3 practices I can put it to. So I'm going to put it into you, athletics, space-wise, and let's say persuasion. And those will add to whatever I'm doing to give me more flips when I roll. So if I have to do like a athletics flip, and let's say I'm really agility, like I have to vault across a space chasm, I would not roll, but flip 4 cards, plus the 2 because of practice. There's also the mechanic of healthy. If you are healthy, that means you get to flip 1 additional card. So that would be 4 plus 2 plus total plus your healthy bonus. That would be 4. And you can also get items that will augment what it is. That sort of thing. There's also a lot more to this. But we'll get to it when we get to it. But of course, everyone also gets 2 masteries no matter what, which is 4 dots.
Cool.
So
Nice,
that
nice,
means if I, instead of having a practice, I have a mastery in athletics, I would instead flip 9 cards from healthy. Plus whatever
That's a lot of
augments it.
cards.
Yeah. That's basically that. Let's go into more stats. People have flipped a lot of cards. And depending on how many successes they get a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to give everyone sort of, let's do like this. This will be like a base character. Like, they're pretty basic. They have just a little bit more agility. I'm going to use these to determine their other stats, like health. Your health is 3 times your brawn, which is 6. So that'll give us this.
Okay.
I forget what the injured and unconscious. I'm actually look that up real quick. That would be skills, space-wise, stats. Okay, stats would be 58. Healthy. Has lost health greater than or equal to their brawn. So that would be 2. Greater
It
than or
seems like
equal to.
there's
What,
yeah.
that
Like
wouldn't that be
2,
4?
4, 6, right?
So it'd be 4?
Is it 2 for injured, 4 for unconscious, and then 6 is how much you have total?
6
Or
is
I
how
guess
much.
yeah,
Hold on.
4 or
Let me
less.
double check.
Opposite, right? 4 or less. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I had it backwards.
Lost health greater than. Okay, gotcha. And then greater than or equal to their brawn. Okay. And that has lost greater than or equal to twice their brawn. So that would be 2. So if I
Yep.
get 2, I'm unconscious and can't act. So basically, if you have 6 health, that means you're healthy, and you can flip an additional card. Once you're injured, you cannot flip an additional card, and if you are unconscious, you cannot act. Next up,
If you reach 0,
you die. Well, you die exactly. There are other ways to sort of alleviate that.
okay.
Let's talk about initiative. Initiative is your agility plus your presence. So since I have this, I have 3 agility and 2 presence. That would be my 5. The higher you have, the higher, like the faster, like you go further in the order of combat and actions.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Next up is dodge, which is your agility and your wit minus 2. So 5, that would be 3. This is something you can use. Dodge is like a shield. It does not regenerate unless specific actions, but you can use your dodge to... let me pull this up. I don't know if people are talking in the chat. Not yet. Okay. That's fine. No worries. You can use this to figure out... like, you can use this to take damage that'll go away but will not injure you. So you can, like, dodge out of the way. You'll lose dodge, but you won't lose health. So you get to keep your healthy flip if possible.
Got it.
Next up is drive, which is wit plus presence. So since I have 2 of each, that would give me 4. Drive is used to add an additional card to a flip. So like, let's say on a strength flip, you flip your or brawn flip. You say you flip your cards, but you only get 1 success. If you would like to add another flip to another card to your flip, you can spend a drive to add 1 more card, which gives you the possibility of getting another success and like doing a better action, but also gives you another chance to pull up a joker. So be mindful of that. And finally, you have crit. Crit is a mega success because it is +1 to an action plus the Queen of Hearts. So if you pull the Queen of Hearts, that counts as a crit, and that will give you +1 to an action. So base, it would just be like 2 for 1. But if you have an extra point of charm, that would be 2 plus 2, which equals 4. So that 1 queen could count for 4 successes off of 1 pull. And if you have, say, full charm, that gives you 8 successes off of 1 card.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty funny when I was looking at that charm decides your crit, how good your crit is.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. So skills, masteries. Next up, ultimates, because this is based off of skills and attributes, based on whatever like prerequisite you achieve with your attributes and skills. You can choose certain ultimates, which are once per session or once per combat move. It depends on the thing, where you can do special things. Like, let's take for example, let's say you have full brawn, which is full brawn, like 4 things of it. You can have the prerequisite. You can have the ultimate rather of I feel fine, which is you can never fall unconscious due to damage until you are declared dead. So you never fall unconscious, so you can always act. On the flip side of that, you can have little help, which is at 1 brawn. If you would take damage to your health, you may ask an ally to take that amount of damage instead. The ally can't dodge that attack. So it really depends on what kind of character you do, and depending on if you want to like go towards a certain ultimate, or you just want to like put your points in the character you want to create and then choose your ultimates from there. It really flavors the session, flavors the character. Speaking of characters, Space Kings doesn't really have a set amount of like a set sort of species or set races, so you can like kind of just create what you want. Also, give me 1 second, I need to do something nasally. I don't want anyone to hear.
No worries.
No worries.
I like the name of the voice.
Yeah. I also like the way that it encourages dump statting in a way, right? Or maybe not, well, part encourages and part like makes it easier. It's like, oh, you need to be brawn 1 in order to take that one. And I know there's some further down that like more than one and less than another, which is also interesting.
It depends on how you play. Also, I need to actually mute because I don't want to upset anyone. Hold on.
Yeah, sure. I like that there's one called Gotta Go Last.
Gotta go last? That's so funny.
Yeah, prerequisite initiative less than 3.
I can think of a few people that play in our games who would use that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's a little better. Yeah, workout, punching bag. It really depends. Like, here's the one I was talking about earlier about the Ace of Spades can count as a crit, but you also get a 3rd Joker. If you get the Queen of Diamonds, it counts as a Joker and grants no successes. So if you pull the 2 Jokers and then the Queen of Diamonds with Desperado, someone dies. Easy as that.
Ooh.
Alright, so we were talking about that. Let's go back to character creation. Now, you can come up with a character, just, a name or what have you, and then you can give them a concept. Like, you could be just what kind of person or character you want to play as. Like, if you want to be like, like Space Garbage Man, and whatever that means to you, you can put that there and use that to determine what stats you want to put into your character, or you can put you assign all your points in the character, and then you can use that to base a character around it. So just to help you out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do it one way or the other way.
Yeah. And then also real quick, there are 2 other things to help you with your rolls. These are hero points, which are awarded at the end of the session. So if you use a hero point, you save them, they persist session to session. You use them to draw 2 cards instead of the 1 like Drive does.
Okay.
But you can only use 1 hero point per roll.
Got it.
And I do say this, but this is not like a super hard and fast thing. You can be very loose with it depending on how you want to play and the players. And finally, we have the anti-Joker, where it's assigned to a person once per session. And it can be done at the end of the session before it. And that player can veto a Joker that's been flipped. So you can save it if it's earlier in the adventure, or if it's at a critical point, you can just shoot down the Joker and it never happened.
Joker veto. Not today, bad consequences.
Yeah, Uno reverse card, basically. Not reverse, but skip.
Yes, skip.
And we got a little place
Danger
here.
Danger has called, and we are hanging up the phone because we don't recognize that number.
Yeah, not today. So, also a little place for appearance. You can give your species and your home. There are some set species in Space King, but you can just make up whatever one you want, and the DM will probably find a way to bring it into the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, got any questions so far?
On character creation, no, I think I'm good.
How about on roles and attributes? Is there anything confusing you want clarification on?
I will ask multiple times to be clarified on things because, like, I was listening, but also I can't absorb information unless I do it a million times. So I do have also the PDF next to me in case, so I don't be too much of a burden asking you questions, but just know
Okay.
that it may happen.
Gotcha. Okay. So I think now we should like go through the characters you want to create. So if you have something in mind, you want to like speak on it, and like I can help you figure out what you would want to be in that character or what things to like give that character. Let me know. Who would like to go first?
Mhm. Do we have a specific thing we're setting out to do for this adventure, or are we coming up with the characters first and then building the adventure
I
around?
have a sort of like very base outline of what I want to do for an adventure. The gist of it is going to be at a mall.
Okay.
So like if
Alright.
that'll tempt you, if you just want to go with what you will, just do it. Just do what feels fun and what you would want to play.
But actually, that's kind of funny because I think there can be a lot to do with a mall. Like, can I work at the mall?
You can like, but there is supposed to be a moment of adhesion because you're the two-player characters. So I have to find a way for you to come together and go on this adventure together and like have a reason to be together. So there's
Got it.
part
Well,
of that for me. I already have a little bit in mind, but if you would like to like maybe flesh out your characters before we do that, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, what I was trying to feel out if we should build something specific to what's at hand, or maybe we build characters that are already I don't want to say related because I don't mean family, but already
Family.
know one another, right?
You can
family.
like if you agree to do that, go for it.
And Nova, you got any concepts here in
Uh,
these skills?
yes, but I'm not wedded to anything. Several ideas I had was like influencer.
Yeah.
Um,
A classic.
but then like what kind, or maybe not necessarily an influencer, but could just be like someone who has their own little niche of followers, but what, like maybe I test makeup, for example, or not maybe whatever space makeup is, like, oh
Spake
look,
up,
this
yeah.
was space makeup, you know.
Oh, look how this eyeliner blocks cosmic rays and gamma
Yeah,
radiation.
yeah, exactly. Very like functional or something like that. Or
Yeah.
like I go the other way and go kind of like conspiracy theorist.
Ah,
So
yeah.
like, those are my
The
like
moon
two.
landing was real.
That's yeah.
Okay, quick sidebar. Have you guys ever heard of the ice wall theory?
Tell me.
If I
So-
have, I don't know the name.
So this is like a part of flat Earth, or like it's tangential to flat Earth, where people believe that the Earth, as we know it, is part of a greater plane of other places, and we're separated from all of it by the great ice wall that surrounds us. And if
Okay.
we go past the ice wall, we can visit other planes of reality, sort of thing. Although
Oh,
apparently
okay.
now it's like somehow that sort of flat Earth theory has also morphed back into the Earth is round theory. It's just that what we know is the Earth is a flat part of a giant sphere of ice. Apparently, I don't know.
Funky.
It's weird. It's like one theory that I don't know. It's a TikTok thing. Okay.
Of course, I should have known it was TikTok.
Yeah. That Roman
Oh
Empire.
wait. What
Well-
if space TikTok is Spick-Spock?
Spick Spock.
Sorry, just had to put that out there.
Tick Spock. Yeah.
Spick-Spock.
All right. Well, that's that tangent. All right. So you've got sort of either conspiracy theorist or influencer. Sometimes those are one and the same. What do you think they as a person would have in terms of attributes? For me, I think they would have a lot of charm. So with that
Yeah,
in
that
mind,
makes sense.
how much charm would you like to assign? You can assign 7 dots out of 3 per
Three,
attribute. And yeah. You can't do
Well-
more than
The
7 though.
attribute starts at 1.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Right.
oh no.
So no matter what happens, you will always have 1 even if you don't put anything into it.
Understood. So I want to say if you're an influencer, you're probably like max charm and maybe like not very intelligent.
Okay, so would you want to put 3 into charm?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So that leaves you with 4 more dots.
Okay. Probably like. Oh, I only have 4, so I would at least. Ooh, do I go 2 presents or just 1 presents then?
Into presents or like in general total. Sometimes it's a little bit confusing to get that.
Just like adding the dots. One
Okay.
one like X versus.
One addition.
Yeah, gotcha. Like 1 into, gotcha.
Yeah, it.
Sorry, that
Wouldn't hurt.
was a little confusing.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. Like, it's a little confusing in general to say that, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it. It says presence is composure, willpower, and confidence, right?
Mhm.
So do you think this is a influencer that has a lot of composure?
If they
willpower, and
like can like make people believe what they're saying, whether about makeup or conspiracies,
Yeah.
I would say they'd have like at least 1 into it.
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah, so you want to put 1 in there?
Yeah, put 1 in there. I also have a sheet myself, so I'm also putting stuff in.
Okay. So I'm gonna just really quick put into the concept makeup and or conspiracy. I can't spell conspiracy theory There we go. There we go. So that'll be the
Perfect.
concept. Like, you just want to put it up there to like remind yourself when you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a hard and fast thing.
So I have 3 more then, right?
Yes.
Okay. So okay, intelligence is gonna be my dump stat, so what if I just put brawn, agility, wit, just have 1 there
1
too?
into each? Alright.
Yeah, 1 of each.
I mean, you could technically put stuff into intelligence if like you want to be knowledgeable about the things you're saying.
That's true. That's
Actually,
yeah, like
I'm actually gonna refer to the book real quick because there is based on let's see here, LinkedIn, friendship speech, spoke tape, decather, slooping, Hail Mary, which I don't know if it'll be something you'll do. It's a lying mastery, but once per session you may tell a lie so fantastic that everyone believes it for a number of turns equals to your successes. Which I don't know why this is like this is making me think of like a makeup tutorialist or a conspiracy theorist.
I see it.
But
that could be a good one.
there is a thing where if you do roll a joker on it, either that lie is so bad no one believes it, or the lie is actually true, whichever is worse.
Oh, that's yeah. Then I am the fool if I pull a joker.
Well, I should probably emphasize that a joker does not reverse whatever like results you would want to achieve with that roll. It just like adds a twist to it that makes things
Gotcha.
difficult for the player or whoever ruled it. So it's not like an Uno reverse card.
Got it.
But there's some confusion about. All right, so you want 2 brawn, 2 agility, 1 intelligence, 2 wit, 4 charm, and 2 presence. That sound good?
That seems right. Sorry, that seems right.
Okay, so that total health would be 6. Injured 4, unconscious 2. Your drive would be no, not drive. Initiative would be 4. Your dodge would be -2. -2, so that would be only 2. Drive would be
Can't
2.
dodge in these high heels.
And your crit, however, would be 8. So if you pull the Queen of Hearts, that's pretty good for you. So with your low intelligence, that means you get 4 practices. What would you want to be in there?
I would like I would like empathy in there.
I was thinking empathy too. Well, also, I think we should do masteries first.
Oh, okay.
I think space-wise, because if you're gonna do like conspiracy um, and or makeup, and also like connecting with people, like empathy would probably be a good one, and also space-wise.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't really sure what space-wise would entail, so that could be a good option.
Is like knowing about the world around you, basically.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. And then 2 practices. I would say probably perform if you're an influencer.
Makes sense.
Investigation. I
I guess
don't.
lying, maybe?
Yeah, maybe
Or-
lying.
Well, I guess it depends. Like, do I truly believe in what I'm saying? Or am I just, like, whipping up lies for the views?
It depends on the. I guess it depends. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
you believe, but sometimes you need
I
to
lie to
smudge.
myself.
Maybe you need to smudge the truth a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Persuasion. I think persuasion should be a thing.
Yeah.
So you're a very like social character when it comes to what you're doing.
Yeah.
With this, like knowing this, Mordio, I mean, you don't necessarily have to play someone who covers whatever deficits you may see with that character. Like you don't have to
Right.
be like the smart brawn person. You could honestly also play a character that has similar sort of things going for them. Because like,
No, it's true.
yeah,
Although, then again, having separate niches could also make it easier for me to decide which
Yeah.
type of character to go for. Like I don't get to play in tabletops very often, but when I do, I almost always like picking my character last because I have so many ideas and I like filling in the gap, right? And like not having to, I don't want to say compete because it's a team game,
Yeah.
but if I see our team doesn't have any brawn or intelligence, then my first thought is maybe I can be the brawn and intelligence.
that's
Right.
a valid thing to do.
Yeah.
But it's also a thing upon like the DM to be like, well, they have these strengths, and I can pick roles and things for them, situations for them that they would excel in. But also, if they need a choke point, I can pick ones where they wouldn't have those strengths to like
Right.
really think outside the box to apply themselves.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could fill in the niche, or we could be a hyper specific team.
Your PR manager, well, Mordio can be whatever they want, but
Yeah.
yeah, like
So
some people forget that DMs are technically part of the team too. They're just like
mhm,
somewhat adversive part of the team.
it's true.
All right,
That's
what are
true.
you thinking about the last practice, Nova?
Oh damn. All right. Honestly, I was just kind of looking at telekinesis just because it's fun.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Like, do you want telekinesis or perhaps telepathy? Like maybe use your telepathy
I want to
to.
move.
Ah, gotcha.
I want to move objects.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you want to like go to your ultimates, or do you want to like, with this knowledge of your stats, want to like kind of conceptualize a character, like maybe what they look like, or what kind of species, or what their culture is like?
Oh. Tell me again. Ultimates, is that like a very specific thing? that
Ultimates
I
like
can-
once per session or once per combat or whatever thing that gives you an advantage.
Did
Let's
you
see.
give an example earlier?
I talked about like Desperado, where if you have a high enough charm, which I think,
I have.
yeah, you could actually get Desperado, which makes the Ace of Spades count as a critical, but also makes the Queen of Diamonds a joker. But you also have low intelligence, which means you can have Knack. So if you choose Knack, it actually gives you 1 extra mastery.
I see. And Did you mention? I'm so sorry if you're repeating information for me, but did you also say that like ultimates are things that you pick from the book, or can you also make up ones?
You can actually make them up. Like, if you think of one you would like to have, and like I agree on it, you could. Let me see if there's a section on it. Hold on.
The list of them starts on page 50.
Yeah, new.
You know, I said that, but also I don't know if I have one immediately in mind, but I will go through the ultimate list right now that's in the PDF.
Like, if you want something that alters a rule of play, like, just based on what you have, you, like, I would say, like, maybe, like, you could have one that's, like, the truth is out there, where, based on how much successes you flip, you can make up a conspiracy someone might believe, or maybe like make up a certain alien or planet that is plausibly there, or maybe like something to that effect.
Well, maybe I'll just take Desperado for now, but if it's okay.
Like, we have other ones you can do, like
okay.
Well, this is one of a combat one, but there's Sweet Release, where once per combat round, when you reduce an enemy to 0 health or less, you gain 2 dodge. Duelist, on your first turn in combat, you may select an enemy as your rival. You and your rival get 2 flips to 2+2 to flips made to damage each other.
Ooh, a rival. That's actually an interesting.
Ooh, this one I kind of like for the both of you. Beloved, which you qualify for. When you take damage to your health in combat, your next ally to act gets +1 to their next flip. When you are unconscious, allies in combat get +1 to flips.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
But
What
just
are your
to be
masteries?
clear, we're roommates.
Just rumors.
We're
Your
roommates.
beloved roommate.
Beloved roommate.
Oh wait, actually, you have empathy, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's the mastery. So you actually qualify for friendship speech.
Ooh, okay, that sounds more what I'm looking for.
Once per session, you may make a speech so impassioned that all allies gain a bonus to their next action equal to the number of successes you flip. Now, since it's just you two, I could probably like have that for like how many flips you do. It's like how many rounds they get that bonus flip. It depends.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Hang in there, girl.
yeah, go piss, girl. Sorry.
You go piss, girl.
You're right. I can piss. You're encouraged to flip the cards one at a time as you give your speech, because there's still a chance you can drop a joker in there and just ruin it, or at least add a twist to it. What's your other
Yeah.
mastery? I forgot. Space-wise. What is space-wise? Space-wise mastery is... Once per session, you may use your space-wise skill in place of empathy, lying, or persuasion. It also gives you +1 crit. So that would give you 9 crit.
That does also sound pretty good.
So what are you thinking?
I think I want to go for the one that is the speech. I feel like that's
Friendship speech?
the friendship speech. I feel like that's in line with what I'm thinking here.
Friendship speech, and you also get one more. You get 2 ultimates.
Oh, well then, let's see. Then let's give me that high crit one then. Let's give me up
Desperado?
to a 9.
Dang. No, the high crit one. So that's hold on.
The high crit one.
Otherworldly. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And do you want to think of like what your character's going to be like while we go through with Mordio?
Yes, I will
Okay.
do that.
I think I can just grab this from here, and it'll give me another sheet. There we go. Oh god, it disappeared. Oh, there we go. Okay. Mordio, what are you thinking?
All right. So when I was skimming through this PDF after hearing it was what we were going to play, a couple things popped into my head, right? One of them was I noticed they had a pocket witch or a pocket wizard species, which I think is really funny.
Yeah, space wizards,
Well,
like the Jedi.
yeah. Yeah, except for they were called pocket, which implied small to me, which was
Oh, like a pocket
um,
healer. How'd you like that?
yeah, I don't know, but I don't know exactly. Or I think they were doing like uh lore communications type stuff, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, pocket wizards. But the other thing that popped into my head was some kind of hare or rabbit type person who comes
Okay,
from some
hair.
world who's like the the mechanic type character,
Oh,
right?
like a Bucky O'Hare.
Uh,
Or maybe not Bucky O'Hare. That's more pilot, but like a gadget fly wrench or whatever from.
yeah, that's the vibes I got, but I've never played that game, so I can't actually say yes or not. But
Yeah.
yeah, in that somewhere in that direction, right? And I pictured this character could probably be like you were saying earlier, could be int brawn, right? And
Yeah.
so when Nova's like, maybe I'll go charm presence, I'm like, well, maybe I'll go int brawn, and that would leave gaps in our characters as not being particularly agile or witty, right? So
Also,
we
when
do
you said
have
hair, I will admit I thought you meant like the on top of the head instead of like
oh, sorry.
like a
You know,
very
I could have
strung
said
out rabbit.
rabbit
Yeah.
instead, and that might have made it more clear, but
Yeah. Like
picked the wrong
like a
animal to
rabbit
use.
that's seen God and did not blink back. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought hare because hares are a little bit,
More
I don't know, scrungly.
methy.
They're, they're
Yeah.
they're bigger. They're a
Scram.
little less
They're scamping
adorable.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that might fit a little bit better for
They've made deals with the devil.
True.
yeah. But so my first thoughts are okay. Let's go that direction. And you did mention another character who from a property I haven't uh participated in that was in a pilot direction. I could theoretically take this character that way too. We'll figure that out in skills. But I'm thinking like let's max that intelligence
Ooh. Okay.
and then put 2 points into brawn,
Two brawn that leaves you with two more.
and then we'll put 1 into agility and 1 into wit.
So
reason for
you're
that-
not likable or respectable with one
No.
charm and one presence. Damn.
No, I imagine this is someone where maybe once you get to know them, you can appreciate them, but probably not someone who you would innately. If you go to drop your car off to get repaired with this person, you might be questioning your choice of mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Granted, it'll probably be fine when you pick it up, but you won't have that impression when you drop it off, right?
Yeah. All right.
Uh-huh.
So that's 3 brawn, 4 intelligence, 2 agility, 2 wit, 1 charm, 1 presence.
Yeah. And I also like the idea of having low charm, as the universe does not like this character. This character has poor luck.
with-
Although, you still get some crit even with a value out of a crit card, even with no bonus charm, but
Yeah.
it's
so
just funny to think that way.
also got to think that is kind of a low drive character. So if you need to flip more cards, it might not help. But then again, you're probably gonna go something that's more tailored to your strengths.
Yeah, or I can instead of flipping more cards with my drive, I can get more cards thanks to Nova's character inspiring me with friendship.
That's a good point. Well, it's only once
Yeah.
per session, though.
It's only once per session, yeah. Well, hopefully I only need to succeed once per session, right?
Yeah. So that
Wins
gives
this-
you, with your high intelligence, that gives you 4 practices, and you also have your 2 masteries. Not 4 practices, 6 practices. So what would you
Wow,
like to
yeah,
put your
so I get a lot of
masteries in?
stuff. Yeah, so I'm picturing this character as somewhere in some kind of like, I don't know, coming from.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're now ending up in a mall for one reason or another. This character could have wanted to leave their home very easily. Coming from a place very mechanical, that's the intelligence, right? The fixing things, etc.
Mhm.
We're probably going to want to go with some level of engineering or
Yeah.
computers.
I would say, like,
don't-
for that, probably mastering engineering, very much
Mhm.
necessary.
Yeah,
And-
like that sounds like very plausible. The only other option is potentially piloting, but I don't know if we're gonna.
I mean,
don't
if,
know, I
if
guess
you need
one
to
of
get
those
off
three-
the space station, or there's something
Yeah.
in the space station / mall, you need to pilot.
Yes, that's true.
Who knows?
Let me. So let's see. Computers is programming, hacking. Engineering is constructing, inventing, fixing, math and physics. Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking, I think you're right. I think the mastery in engineering
Mm-hmm.
sounds right. And then probably a practice in each of computing and piloting. I
Okay.
don't think those need to be,
The
I don't think
highest
I
one.
need a mastery in both of those, right? Like, I think I want to put the second mastery in something else.
Also, just
Um,
another aside. I was thinking of like biology as a mastery with engineering, and that reminds me of
oh,
the organic mechanic from Mad Max, or like a cyborg mechanic.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hook people up to your cars.
Yeah.
Hey, I like me some cybernetics. Unlike Adam Jensen, I did in fact ask for this.
Dang.
But yeah, I could throw. I think throwing a practice on there would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get some physical skills as well, right? Like I put some into brawn.
Yeah.
So in addition to being from a place that's very mechanical, I'm imagining it's a place that's very cramped and perhaps in space,
Mm-hmm.
right? Somewhere where you're not shooting guns too often because you're sending things out into vacuum if you shoot the wrong spot.
I mean,
So instead, we settle our disputes with, melee weapons, with pipes.
melee.
And
So,
similarly, athletics might be useful.
do you want
You
practice?
gotta edit the metal pipe soundboard to your soundboard.
Oh, I don't have it pulled up. Oh no.
Yeah, but I'm thinking melee mastery being pretty good.
Oh, okay.
And then athletics practice.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
Also, I should say that firearms does not necessarily mean like a ballistic firearm. It could also be laser.
That's
Or
true. It could be
phaser.
laser.
Phew.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Let's see, and then that's you can throw the biology practice on there too. I think that's a fun
Okay.
one. And that leaves me with
It
two
could
more,
it
right?
could be good for like could be good for healing. Yeah. Two
Yeah.
more.
That's my thought. Is like it might be good to have that just in case.
To me, you seem
Let's
like
see.
a very sort of like scrappy person. So like you're probably almost like a drifter. So I think survival could probably be in there. Like if you just like
yeah, I think
want to
survival
survive.
could be-
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We can throw one on
Again,
there.
it's up to you.
Yeah. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Then for the last one, I could see investigation from a debugging the problem perspective, right? Like, oh, when something breaks, in order to fix it, I need to find where the problem is. I could also see explosives because, if you have if you have a problem and you use explosives, boom, different problem, right?
Hmm.
Like that's always an option.
The Bortles method.
Yeah, the Bortles method. Part of me leans towards slightly investigation. I feel like with the influencer party member, we might not need extra chaos that explosives brings, but
Yeah. Well, we'll see when we get to ultimates, because there is an ultimate where if you roll a success in your explosion roll, you get to put your successes and jokers back in the deck.
oh, that's
So
fun.
It's called, I think, extra explosions. We'll check it out later. But yeah. So what would we like for your last
We'll
practice?
tentatively put it in investigation for now.
Yeah.
And if the ultimates change that, then we can always,
Okay.
before we actually start playing, of course.
Okay. Melee engineering and intelligence. Okay. Let us check out what you have.
Mhm.
Okay. So you
Scroll.
have 4 brawn. So that's not going to do it. Speed demon. No. Eclectric. When you use a skill in which you have a practice or mastery for the first time in a session, you may flip an additional card.
With all these practices and masteries, that's potentially a good number of, right? Because that's
Yeah.
for each skill, for each skill, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good amount. Let's compare that to the other one. So I got 1 charm and 1 presence.
Yeah, so that would be
Okay.
Schadenfreude.
When an ally reveals a joker, flip a card. If it's a success or a joker, shuffle it back in your deck and gain a drive.
So if you do want to
Interesting.
get a joker, like you want to
Mhm.
get more drive out of your if you want to get more into your like more drive to do more flips, you can do that. Let's see what presence is like. Also, you can get more drive if you use punching bag. When you take damage to your health, you replenish true points of drive. But that would also encourage you to use your drive more because it replenishes it. I don't think it adds technically.
Right. Like your cap is what your
I would say
is,
so.
assume,
But if it's
right?
like add, replenish, I'm gonna read this out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Skills. So
And then in
you
terms
had
of
engineering. Oh, you get Spuck Tape with engineering. Once per
Ooh.
session, if a useful item would be broken, lost, or otherwise destroyed, you may use this ability to recover it. You must be able to touch this item within a minute of its destructions. Items to destroy themselves, like grenades, cannot be Spuck Taped back together.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds potentially pretty useful. How often do things break? Do you happen to know?
Depends on depends on how many jokers you flip. All right.
Fair enough. All right.
And you had
That's-
melee, right?
Yeah, I have melee. Let's see. How much?
When taking
How
a
much dodge
melee
does this
action in
character have?
combat, you may spend any amount of dodge to flip an additional card for each dodge spent.
It's not a ton of dodge.
But you do have a
on
lot of
this
health.
character.
So, well, compared to some people I won't name.
Yeah. Let's see. So, I got. Let's see. The engineering one sounds pretty useful. Well, I like the fluff of bear stance, right? The idea of leaping in for one big hit.
Yeah.
I wonder if spending my very limited dodge for just 2 extra flips may be pretty limited compared to, say, jumping in and then getting 2 points of drive back every time I get hit, because I feel like punching bag, given my distribution, maybe punching bag makes a little bit more sense. So maybe we'll do those two. Punching bag for when things break, and Spuck Tape to hold things together.
Gotcha. Punching bag.
Well, I say for when things break, but that's more for when things are trying to break my body.
Like, I don't technically know if Spuck Tape can also be applied to a character, but
somehow I don't.
We'll figure it out. I'm the DM. I'll figure it out.
Useful item that feels awfully objectifying to
Damn,
someone,
that is.
but
Damn. All right. So, with that in mind, how do you guys feel about your characters? Anything you want to change, or you know, like, want to clarify something about like what kind of person they are, what their name may be?
I had an appearance brewing in my mind. Also, I think I don't think I'm too knowledgeable on conspiracies. So even though that would be fun, I think I'll just go with something a little more up my knowledge alley, and just focus on beauty stuff.
Yeah, like just out of my mind, I'm picturing your character as like sort of like a gray alien mixed with Ooh La La from Space Channel 5. Like very fashionable.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know Ooh La La?
No, I gotta look that up.
Yeah, they're very cute.
From what? Ooh La La's from what?
Space Channel 5.
Oh, okay. Space Channel 5. So I was thinking that I would have goo-like properties, sort of like amorphous, so I can turn into other things. Nothing that would work for like in-game stuff, but just like oh, I'm looking it up. I see it. Yes, the Ooh La Las.
Yeah, they're very cute.
But I want like antennae that are like hand-shaped, so I like gesture a lot with my face.
Oh.
I think it'd be really funny if I had, so they don't look quite like hands, but they're sort of like tendrils, right? And they would look like, you know how some people have really long nails, like those influencers have really long nails?
Yeah.
Like that's just like on my head.
Oh, that's like a binnacle from Pokemon. That's what I think of anyway.
Well, you know what? Maybe. Because I also had this idea, like, maybe if I actually have just like a... What is maybe a desirable face in space, but not so much here? Like, do you know that meme where the filter where it's like they're doing like a DreamWorks smile and like the
Oh,
pursed lips and the, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. But something like that, like amorphous, hands on head, tendrils on head to gesticulate. That's what I've got for an appearance so far.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I get that. Do you want to give them like a name or a race or a planet? Doesn't have to be canon to anything that's in the book. You just make it up. Space is a big place.
I don't know what I would name the species, but you know what I just remembered?
Yosafarians.
Yosparius? That's pretty funny.
With 3 A's.
Yasterians. Like, you
Starians,
gotta
okay.
say in that. Wait, what did you say?
Yosterians. Okay, like the
Yeah.
way you said it, it made me think of Asterion from.
Oh, that is not what I was going for, but he would be a Yasterian, I think.
Yeah, there we go.
Yasterian. And you gotta say it like that.
From the planet Slates 5.
Nice. Wait, so there's like 4 others?
It's just a space thing. It's like, it's
I think
usually
it'd be
like how
very
far it is from the, like, how far it is away from the sun, sort of thing. I'm going by
But
like
what
Star
if-
Trek.
Well, what if there were other like 4 ones, and they were like one's a goth version, you know?
Dang. The Hot Topians.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good thinking of a name.
Oh shoot. I do want
The
to
hardest part.
I do kind of want a stupid name, something, you know.
Yasha.
I think that's a real name, isn't it?
It is a real name. Yostifer.
No. Wait. I need to have Queen in my name. Yas, from Queen.
Queen. No. That's just a normal name. It doesn't denote royalty or anything.
No. Yeah. That's just like
Queenifer Staniston. Because she stands a lot.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Something like that.
Queenifer? I'll put that down for there. Just for now.
Just for now.
Okay. Mordio, I would like to say real quick, with your character being like a mechanic bunny, like I said, it was giving me Bucky O'Hare, but it also gave me like that rabbit from Summer Wars for some reason.
Oh, the sexy one?
I mean, we all see what we want to see, but it's like just kind of like got like a pissed off look to it, and like wears a red vest.
And it's hot.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's what's giving me, but like with like a robot arm.
Got goggles.
Oh yeah,
Goggles
totally.
fit.
To make sure no space debris gets in their eyes.
Yeah. I had to look up the Summer Wars rabbit because it's been a little bit. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I can see it.
Wait. I got a different end fix suffix. Yeah, suffix for instead of for like Jennifer, I wanted to be like Ashley. So it's like Queen Lay.
Ashley. There we go. That's great. Fantastic. All right, how are we thinking, Mordio?
All right. I am infamously bad at coming up with names, which is why, in order to not drag out this phase of character creation, I've done one of my favorite things, which is just go look at scientific names and find one that's relatively close enough to something useful.
So I've decided to name them Benny Rabot.
Benny Rabot? No. I think I'm thinking go very short for the actual name this character is commonly called, right? So I'm thinking just Lee Li as the name, coming from Liebre from the Spanish word for hair. And then there's probably some much longer name this character has that's more derived from some of these other various species names. I don't know if those are things like
Liepenstein. Lepus.
Or Seclusus or Pines.
Usagi.
Yeah,
That's just
Lee.
Japanese.
He's from Planet Japan. He's from
Well,
Double
I guess I did
Tokyo.
describe it as a lot
The
of
Neo Tokyo.
mechanisms and potentially overcrowd. You know, I guess that does kind of sound like Space Japan in that sense.
Lee
Yeah, we
Rabbit
could do,
Foot.
You know, you just chose a Chinese name, right?
Wait, what?
Lee is Chinese.
I told you where it came from, though.
I know, but you shortened it. Now it's just Chinese.
I guess maybe that's how that works. Hold on. I got.
How about instead of Li for Lee, it's L1, but it's pronounced Lee.
Oh, okay. I could see
It's,
it. Oh,
it's
that,
space.
there you go. We also introduced some casual dystopia to this character's
Lead
homeworld,
speech. Yeah.
where there are numbers and letters instead of. Yeah, there we go. I like it. And I think, you know what, that probably can just be the end right there, right? Where we just put an extra
Lee.
big string of numbers after. We don't pronounce the big string of numbers, but they're there.
Okay, just to.
But-
Oh, 0451.
Alright,
uh,
hold on. No,
Maybe
no.
you can choose the numbers on the back of the funny numbers on the back of your cards.
Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah. What are those funny numbers?
Okay, it's
Put them in chat if you have funny numbers.
800857355.
That's a suspicious looking number.
It's my social security. Don't tell anyone. It's actually the right amount. Man, whoever has that card must be real cool. All right, how are we feeling about that? So just for now, it's Lee and then junk numbers.
Sounds good.
How would we want the species? Do you want to do something simple like Bunnyans or Leaparians or?
Leaparians. That sounds
You
fine
could do
to me.
Galoperates. You could be a Loperate.
What's the one from Final Fantasy?
Loperate.
Lop-
Oh wait, no, you mean
Galoperates
the
are
right.
the tiny rabbits, and then
Are you
Viera
tiny or are
the
you normal sized?
No,
Or
I'm-
sorry, not normal sized.
Excuse you.
know. I know. I already
Ooh.
caught myself.
Listen, with this game, there's a certain amount of spaces you have
The
to.
average is crazy. You don't want to even.
Listen,
No.
when we compare yourself to stars, everyone's little, okay?
That's You're right.
That's
You're
true.
you're right.
You can play a sentient planet.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
my
one of
God.
my characters I've made, I didn't play, but I've made, was Fred A Star, who is like a nebula star or like a red dwarf star who is also a movie star, but probably like past his prime. And he wore sunglasses.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is fun.
Well,
Yeah.
You know he had a perform mastery. All right. Where is Lee from?
If we're going simple, could call it the Warren, or it could be like
oh
Warren.
yeah.
War.
War
Maybe something
in?
like
War. Yeah, like war and then INN.
oh, that could work too.
Or like war
I was
end.
I was just thinking that Warren being Rabbit
Yes,
Burrow
I
was
get it.
yeah, but yeah, Warren.
Or
There's probably a lot
maybe
of
just like
conflict
hold
in
on.
this place. I'm imagining a lot of rodents in close.
Well,
like, there's probably
Planet
rabbits,
Redwall.
Mice.
Planet
Yeah,
Cyber
Planet
Red.
Redwall.
Yeah, Planet Cyber Redwall.
Yeah, that could work too. I read Redwall when I was very young to the point that I did not retain any of it. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I
It
feel
might
that.
be in your library.
Also, you know
it
what's fucked
probably
up?
is.
So the author, his name is like what we would assume would be pronounced Jacques, based on how it's spelled. It's actually Brian Jakes because it rhymes with cakes.
Wait, really?
Yeah, apparently it's how it is.
Well,
I'm gonna
You know
disregard
what?
that.
if the author,
You-
I was gonna say, the author wants it pronounced that way, I guess that's just who am I to disagree.
Yeah. All right. How we feeling
You
about?
making a Redwall character? You're not making a Redwall character, but talking about it, I was like, oh, maybe I should have been a Warriors Cats.
Here's cat.
I will not change it though. I will not change it.
Okay, so what would we want the home to be? Warren or Planet Redwall
think-
or?
I think Warren's pretty good.
Yeah, Warren
You can say
apostrophe at the end. Yeah, I'm from
Yeah,
Warren.
you know, that's the casual way to. The name works on many levels. We'll
Yeah.
say for this planet.
That's the asylum I'm from.
Yep.
All
yep.
right. So, how are we feeling about these characters so far?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay, so how about we take a quick 5, get more water, get, bodily functions, if they need to be done, out of the way, and then
Mhm.
we'll do a quick little sesh.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay,
Alrighty.
we're going to do that, and we'll be right back with our session of Space Kings. we're back. Okay, so actually, let's get the book up real quick. Yeah. So, are we ready to begin our adventure?
Yay!
Let's
Yay!
go.
Yeah, Skittle! Woo!
Oh, darn it. You can hear her.
That's fine. She'll be like your mascot, like your Ryoki from Tenchi. That's what their name was, right? The spaceship bird.
Oh, God.
Or spaceship
Wait,
rabbit.
No, they're a rabbit, yeah.
Okay, so space. The final frontier. These are the adventures of the Space Kings. We pan the camera over to the vastness of space in its splendor and infinite glory. The camera zooms in on a faraway, round space station, silver in color. It zooms in, and it is the Galleria 9 mall and refueling station within the Reticuli quadrant. Inside, you will find many shops and restaurants and curios, which draw from every quadrant of the galaxy. You can find such fares as anti-gravity ants pretzels, hollow sweets galore, and a Spencer's Gifts. The camera pans over all these fantastic views and shops. It stops and begins to travel into a particular shop. It is a Sporters data pad sellers. Space Borders. Inside there is a strange sort of gelatinous, perhaps not gelatinous, but sort of gooey creature. They are slaying with their tendrils, their head tendrils done real good, and they are popping. They are browsing the shelves upon shelves of data pads when they come upon one which reads, "My Life and Times, and Death, and then Lives Again," by Anvilicious III, Drag Queen of the Stars. As they reach a hand, as they reach their hand up to take it from the shelves, their hand also brushes like a furry hand, also reaching for the book, and they kind of touch hands. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe you both like them. But you like pull your hand, they pull their hands away. The other hand is to a what color is Lee? Like what fur color?
Oh.
If they're even furred.
Yeah, we'll go with like a mid-toned brown.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, it's kind of like what some of what like Abigail has, honestly. A little bit of Abigail.
One of these days, I will recognize the. No, that's not true. I recognize the Summer Wars rabbit. I was gonna say one of these rabbits I will recognize eventually.
Ah, yeah. Well, so, I think Summer War is white, right?
Yeah, Summer Wars one. It was white.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're like
with a
mid-tone.
red vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you take their hands away and like they speak to one another, like questioning why they were like being like, "Oh my god, you like Anvilicious the Third too?"
Oh my god, you like Evolutions the Third too?
A moment of pause at encountering another creature, reaching for the exact same tome. Like, I didn't expect to find someone else so intrigued.
Oh, it's all the rage where I am. I was just gonna pick one up and do a little review on my blog later on.
We pan over to the cover of Anvilicious the Third, and it is just the most bricked up robot who looks a lot like a vending machine, and they are killing it with their fanciful wig and nails and sequin dress.
Like, it's been such a huge influence on me, you wouldn't even understand.
No, well, maybe not in the same way, but the extent of reshaping the self is something I can admire.
Aw.
You use a lot of big words. I like that.
I have an intelligence of 4.
Yeah, that's how that works. Your intelligence 4, you use big words.
Yeah. All right. So you kind of hit it off, and you're like, oh, you want to go to the Dippin' the super Dippin' Dots, the ice cream of the future stand. You walk out the store. And, you're in line for the Dippin' Dots when a yell rings out from back behind the line. It's like, stop, thief! And people begin to look around, like, what, a thief? Some sort of shoplifter? Are they, worthy of derision and abuse? And you notice that the person who yelled out is a very, very svelte sort of plant person wearing khakis and a blue polo shirt. And they appear to be pointing at the Dippin' Dots line you are standing in right now. And you two are looking around like, so what are they talking about? And then
This is because I have a presence of 1, isn't it?
well, I don't want to give anything away, but no. So,
Oh no.
It's like, oh god, I wonder who is it. And then another svelte, almost identical, except instead of blue leaf hair, they have teal leaf hair. They're like, yeah, right there, the influencer and their simp, the little simpy rabbit friend.
Oh my god, where? Wait, do they mean me?
It's like, oh my, yeah, they stole from the store. They put a bunch of books inside their dimensional pockets, their wizard pockets.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
And then eventually mall security comes up, like, all right, well, that seems to be the trouble here. It's a trio of a big, small, and a round, in classic henchman style.
Yes.
One, yes. The round one is literally like a pill bug person, like an isopod man.
Oh.
One is another svelte, even svelter, thin plant person. They look kind of like a cattail. And the small...
was snatched.
You don't want to snatch that fade. Or not fade, it's weave. And then the small one is in Beetlejuice when they're having the wedding and that little person crawls out from the chimney?
Yeah.
It's like one of those. Alright, what seems to be the trouble here? They asked the plant people. It's like, they stole 3 hollow pads from here. And the other one goes, yeah, they did that. And then they took a bunch of the gift cards too, and which they're kind of worthless, but you can't take it from the store. And then someone else screams out. It's strangely, it looks like a calcium golem sort of thing with sneakers on. It's like, oh no, they kissed my girlfriend and got their first kiss before I could. And security guards look at the skeleton man and they go, I mean, that sucks, buddy, but it's not really a thing that's against policy at the mall. I mean, this is just where drama happens, so we can't really help you with that. And the skeleton goes, oh, fiddle faddle, how will I take my mind off this thing? And they look over and they see a Cinnabon. It's like, ooh, Cinnabon, and they go over there. So the mall security begin to walk up to you two. It's like, all right, settle down. You two, you got to come with us. What would you like to do?
Just to check, leaning over to the goo-like person.
Ashley.
You said Ashley?
Ashley.
Ashley. Just to be sure, you didn't take all of that stuff, right? That they're talking about?
Oh god, I would never. The things that they have at the store aren't even the latest version. It's gotta be my haters. They found me.
Oh no. Okay. So the guards are like, all right, come on. We don't want to, do anything too rash, do we? As they put their hands upon their hard light batons.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, just don't hurt me. I'm coming with you.
So you want to go
Are
with
you
them?
live streaming every second of this?
I am, yeah.
No, sorry, not you. I'm an Ashley. Is Ashley live? I'm being arrested.
They have a little cambot drone going around them.
Yeah, I don't know if I have like a pad or anything, but if I did, I'd just be like, "Oh my god, I'm at the mall and I've been accused of something. Stay tuned."
All right. Lee is going to not immediately resist arrest, but be looking for an opportunity to resist arrest. Perhaps when we're not out in the open and immediately surroundable by more
Okay.
people. But
Let's see here.
yeah.
Show me the accusers. I need to demand a fair trial.
Okay.
I don't know that mall security has a reputation for jury-based trials.
Okay, Lee, do you want to give me a intelligence plus investigations flip?
Intelligence
I
plus
think
investigation.
I want to like give you a heads up that if you're healthy, if you are not injured, you get one additional flip. So for you, that would be 4 for your intelligence, 2 for investigation, and 1 for your healthy. That'll be 7 cards.
All right, time to see if my terrible dice luck carries over into terrible card luck.
Okay.
Let's see, we got 9, 5, 8, 8. Okay, we finally got one face card. We got a jack,
Okay.
queen, queen. All right, we got 3. We got
Okay.
3.
Were any of those Queen of Hearts?
Oh yes, we do have Queen of Hearts. All right, that's not. I have a very low crit stat, so I think that just
That's 4
makes it a
successes.
total of 4.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So Lee, as you know, you're getting closer to these creatures, these security guards. You noticed their uniforms are very militaristic. Honestly, they appear to be almost not like a usual mall security, which are already pretty militaristic, but they're like really pretty decked out. They're not. They don't have any obvious like super lethal devices on them, but they look like they were prepared for like a really big fight. You also see like no insignia of like actual security or mall stuff.
Oh.
And in fact, they're not leading you to any sort of place in like within the mall. They appear to be leading you to a spaceship, honestly. Like that's just like a dock of a spaceship that, as you can see, like the display that's saying what spaceship it is or like where it's heading is not even there, which should pretty unusual for a space dock where that should be commonly available.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if this applies to this roll or not roll, this draw, this flip or not. So feel free to tell me no, but what are the vibes of the plant people themselves, right? You said the security guards were the
one is a
bug,
plant person, one's a
one
bug
cat
guy,
girl,
one's like a
and
weird
one Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Well, not Beetlejuice, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's more of an empathy. You can't
Yeah, that's probably
get more of like get a read of him, but like something is definitely off because you know you're kind of a rapscallion. You've definitely been through authorities, whether it be like business or like local government. This feels a lot darker than like even a local like a government thing. This feels very clandestine to you.
Okay. I wonder if I can set up Ashley over there to learn something about the before I do anything rash, even though perhaps I do want to do something rash. Look at their slightly upscaled or not upscaled, better equipped uniforms. The lack of patches. Notice Ashley recording I'm being arrested.
Oh yeah.
Like that, and say something to Ashley, but like loud enough so that the guards can hear and sort of
okay.
Maybe I don't know if they catch on is the right word, but like almost provoke, like in a provoking sort of way. Like,
I mean, if you just want to say something that's like, perhaps
like well, I don't think we've stolen anything, but certainly looks like These guys made a trip to the military surplus store before swinging by. I think they forgot to pick up their patches, though.
That would, I guess, so. If you're like trying to do that, that'd be perform.
Yeah, I guess. Although I'm probably not going to.
I mean,
very
for
good at
you,
this.
that would be like,
Yeah.
that'd be 2 cards. I mean, you could just say out like, you know what? You could just say if it's not a lie, you don't want to like hide it. You can just say it and hope that
Yeah.
Ashley picks up on it.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that Ashley picks up on it, or they give me an.
I mean,
excuse
Ashley
to-
is also piloted by Nova, who out of fiction is listening to this. So if they just want to roll for it, like they themselves, you want to give the inspiration to Ashley Nova to like do something about this, you can.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Actually,
is
you
to,
know
like,
what? I'm gonna incite something. One of the supposed security guard notices your little drone filming. It's like, we need you to turn that off, and like, can you please turn that off? And then before you can even respond, they pull out their baton and like smash it, Serena Williams style, into the wall with their baton.
Just got that. It was a limited edition hollow pink.
No.
You're not the real authorities.
All right, how would you like to respond with this? Like perhaps like tell them you got the wrong person, or like perhaps get them to doubt themselves.
Look, if you think I stole something, look at my purse. And I just like empty out all the contents. I'm like,
It
this
goes
one I
on.
bought-
It goes on for 5 minutes as everything just clatters through the floor and makes a small pile.
Look, no books. I don't do that unless it's the one we just talked about earlier in the game.
What? All right.
I think they said
Persuasion.
you stole books, right?
Yeah. So let's
Yeah.
see here. So you just
Space
do that to
books.
them. You do that to them. It's like, oh no, we definitely need you to come here. Then you're people are pointing you out. We got probable cause and imminent space domain. So we can just do this. So come with us. They start try shepherding you, and they reach out to grab one of your appendages to like bring with you.
That's my purse. I don't know you. Kick.
Kick? You actually want to kick?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so if you want to kick, I mean, are you trying to do damage, or are you just trying to like cause a scene?
I think I'm causing a scene here. Like, I don't think my kicks are particularly strong. I mean, I'll still happily flip for it because
Yeah,
if I
I'm gonna have you do
crit,
that.
That would be amazing.
I also think that if you cause a scene, I might try to cause damage if attention shifts, right?
Yeah.
You
So
know,
how about
ping pong this back and
Nova?
forth a few
Give
times.
me brawn and perform. So that'll be 5 cards.
5 cards, okay. We got an ace of spades. We got an ace of diamonds. We've got a 6 of hearts. We have a 2 of diamonds. 5 cards, right? And then we have a jack of diamonds.
So that was an ace of spades.
Ace of spades, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back to this.
Oh yeah, you took the one with the super crit. Was that the?
You did get Desperado, and that counts as a crit. So
Oh my god.
So
I mean, I also have a face card, so.
what other face cards besides the ace of spades did you get?
I got jack of diamonds.
Yeah,
That's it.
and there was
that's it.
another ace as well.
Yeah,
If
there were
aces
2
count as
aces.
So I think if I do all my math correctly, that is a 11.
11,
That's
okay.
a lot.
That's a very good amount of successes.
Oh no, I wasted it on this kick.
I mean, as soon as like you yell, "That's my purse, I don't know you," every eye in the mall is upon you, and as you hit them, it doesn't do basically anything to them, but everyone in the mall, it's like a Saturday, and the teens are out, and the families are out, every mall walkers are out, everyone's out, and they rise in mass and like, dear God, what are you doing? As one, perhaps they've like become an entity unto itself, as if the spirit of the mall and like the community of the space sort of rises up and just surrounds the guards.
Oh my God.
And they
No,
all have their
kill that man.
they all like pull out their hollow discs and their IC balls and are filming. It's like, why would you accost that creature, that influencer there? How dare you? And you're just like, you were all sort of just like kind of pulled away and pushed away as everyone else is berates and accost these security guards. You were actually pushed so far away. There's a sea of people right now between you and those guards. You actually see other supposed security guards around them who are wearing much more reasonable uniforms begin to file towards the men who are accosting you. As you are just completely separated, you begin to actually, you can almost make out from like the very tip top, like from the crowd where those men are, like you are further enough away that you can see the curvature of the crowd, that it appears like body parts from those guards are being pulled off and like dragged away from the middle of the crowd. Like, as far as you're concerned, those men do not exist anymore. They're probably ripped apart at some atomic level. And you're out of danger.
God.
Yeah, good roll.
Oh, Space Jesus Christ.
Speezus. Like you, I can't. I think that's the only thing. And also, like, oh my God, other people are rushing up beside you. Oh my God, I can't believe that happened. You are so brave. And you check your other hollow phone that wasn't destroyed, and you notice that you have gained like a huge amount of followers now on your socials. You were at like maybe like 3 million now. You were at 3 million before, but now you notice that the follower count is like using scientific notation. Now it's so much.
Oh my God, you guys! I just want to say
You are
that
you are also
the real
trending on. You're also spending on Spitter.
Oh my God! Please just use my hashtag. Hashtag Ashley did nothing wrong. You guys are the real heroes.
Yeah, sponsors are just going crazy for this. So you are out of danger. Now,
That was much more effective than whatever I had planned.
listen, if you could pull out a like 11 success, maybe it would have been
Yeah.
like that.
No,
But who knows?
that was an in-character comment.
Yeah. Okay.
That was an in-character like, oh, I was just trying to get you to make a small distraction so I could hit one on the head. You
Yeah.
had them torn apart.
Actually,
Very well done.
while you return away, Lee, you noticed that there was a sort of tussle with one of them, like as you were being separated from them, and you notice in your hand you have like a small sort of bolt of fabric there, and it has a weird insignia on it that you haven't seen before, but it feels oddly familiar.
Huh. Well, I can tell you this certainly isn't mall security symbol, but where would I...
It's like a cool S, but it's made by someone who doesn't understand how it works at all. So it's like a lot of it feels like, even though it's like a patch, it feels like it was redrawn to like try and be the cool S, but does not make it at all.
Oh, but I thought... Oh, that's disturbing. Who wouldn't know how to do a cool S? It's such a...
God, I knew it.
Yeah.
What did you know?
I was like, is this a super S? I'm like,
Astucy, if you will.
yeah.
I'm missing whatever this reference is, or whatever this is.
Yeah, like a
but-
super S or a Astucy.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that.
It's an international symbol, so it's so well known throughout the galaxy. It feels wrong that someone doesn't know it.
Right.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What you got there?
I think this was on one of those guards trying to take us away. But how could they get this wrong?
Would anyone like
Unless
to?
it's intentionally wrong? But that doesn't make sense, would it?
Would anyone like to roll to figure out what this is?
Yeah.
Okay. I think
Tell me what that is, and I'll see if I can remember. You said it's vaguely
intelligence.
familiar.
Intelligence space wise. Wait. Yeah, do intelligence space wise.
All right, that's only.
I'm actually good at space wise.
So if you both want to flip for it, you can, and like you can like together figure it out.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
So I have. So the masteries is 4 dots. What does that equal though? Is that still just 4
4.
cards?
That's
or-
4, yeah. So a
Okay,
dot is
okay.
basically what card you flip. And
Gotcha,
remember, you're
got it.
both healthy, so
Yeah, so I get 5 because I only get my intelligence plus healthy.
Is healthy just a +1?
+1. Yeah,
Okay, so I can roll 5. I mean, I can flip 5. Okay.
yeah.
What about your intelligence?
I have a. Well, I have just no dots in that, so that's just a
Well,
1, right?
that's just a 1. You get 1 base anyway.
So you get 6.
Oh, okay. So I actually get 6. Nice.
Right.
Do you want to flip first?
Sure.
Like you don't have to tell me
Uh,
what card it is. Like you can flip in this. Tell me what you get. You have to
Okay.
do like each card by card.
Yeah, it's true. I got 2 successes, a queen and an ace.
Okay. Is it the Queen of Hearts?
No, it's
Okay.
Queen of Spades.
I got a jack of clovers, so that's one success. Is that a success then?
So between the two of you, that is 3.
Yep.
Okay. You kind of look at the patch and you realize that while it does look like a really messed up S, you realize that it's beneath it, like it's trying to connect the dots of what appear to be stars. And Lee, you realize this is actually the stars it is beneath is actually a portion of the trying to make up stuff on the fly, but you realize it's part of the star system in which planet Warren, your home planet, is a part of.
Wait a minute. This isn't a patch, or isn't just a patch. It's a map.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
You realize it seems to intersect a couple of the neighboring galaxies as well, and Ashley, you kind of recognize it a little bit too. You're not sure, but it feels like, because you really don't pay attention to these sort of things, you let your manager do that, but you feel like it's a place maybe you have been, or maybe like a tour stop or something, but you recognize it.
Oh my god, I think I vacationed there one time.
Yeah. So you realize that's happening. And then yeah, so you're like, wow, that's so weird. And then you said you hear a voice. You hear a voice that goes, it's not just by chance they were trying to get you.
Who are you?
So you look around, and the mall's it's a little bit emptier in this section because everyone else is, like, tearing the supposed guards into smithereens, literally destroying them atom by atom.
My
And
god.
God, so much carnage for one little kick. It's incredible.
Yeah.
You look around, and you see a small hooded figure, very small, in a maroon robe, standing by the entranceway of a Foot Locker. But it's like the most gloomy, atmospheric Foot Locker you ever been to.
Wow.
Like you can kind of make
Still
out like
kicking around.
yeah. Well, people always gotta wear shoes, even those without feet. You know, you can also kind of make out like beneath like the hem of the robe, like a little bit of like a ref shirt kind of peeking out. But the robed figure kind of motions to you as like, there are things to discuss, and they motion to the entrance of like the kind of steamy, not steamy, but like foggy entrance of this Foot Locker.
Oh my god, I was gonna say like steamy feet.
Yeah,
That's...
don't think about it. Well,
Okay.
it actually smells. It smells pretty nice. It smells like a little like incensey, like like a little bit of like just a slight lavender, but there's also like a good amount of like a tiny bit of like the earthiness of rosemary and some, I think sandalwood is in there. Get some notes of that in there. Oh, oh no, I didn't even mean that. You got some crockwood in there.
Crockwood. Oh my god,
Alright.
this is the best Foot Locker I've ever been into. Let's follow him.
Yeah, if you want to figure something out, you got to start from the bottom up, which in this case I guess means the feet.
Dang. Yes. So you go in?
Yeah, we'll follow the mysterious Foot Locker referee.
Okay. So you go in, and it's very, very chill. There are sconces and censors billowing with the incense. They're also shaped like Nike shoes, and they appear to be made of like whatever Nike shoes are made of, but like they appear ancient, but not like anyone wore them ancient. More like just like they've aged a lot. So it's definitely not gross, and I'm not regretting using the word Foot Locker for this.
Wow, it's like they're vintage.
Yes, the most vintage, from the vintage year of 2008 AD, from a planet once known as Arth. Wait, hold on. They kind of like shake their heads like, no, it's something of that kin. The tongue is long lost. But it's far away from where that patch shows. And they beckon you to a small table in the middle of the Foot Locker.
What exactly does this patch show?
It's the path of most resistance.
Path of most resistance?
You
But
see,
to what?
You see, it is a map from the star base, of the Octogenarian Empire. You see, there was once a nebula full of a gaseous substance, a gaseous element not found very, very often in these parts, called oxygen.
Okay.
It was a most incredible element, but it became a precious commodity, and there were wars fought in order to mine and, I guess, suck it up for use. As these wars for the oxygen commenced, many lives were lost, planets destroyed, decimated. But, you see, one fateful battle, some sort of catastrophe went off, and all the oxygen was burned up. It leaves only a flaming, ever-burning nebula where it once stood.
That's incredible. How do you know this?
I'm a keeper of it. Very few people know about this oxygen. You see, there are some people who need it to live. People who need it in order to survive many civilizations out there struggling to produce enough oxygen to keep their worlds alive.
That's incredible, but what does that have to do with us?
You see, as you know, when us folk, most normal, sorry, I know, different strokes for different folks and all that. But you see, when a normal, pardon the language, freak person breathes in our life-giving carbon dioxide, we let out pure carbon simply and ethically out of our bodies. But there are some species, some even subspecies of species, that when they breathe in the carbon dioxide, they instead breathe out oxygen. A credible biological process to convert the very spacious carbon dioxide into a precious element very few can do. Plus, only certain planets, and even then, only a small portion of the planets can do it.
Lee, does your planet produce oxygen?
That's a great question. I think that's a GM question. GM, does my planet produce oxygen? Or are they on the way to this? It sounds like the patch leads past my planet. So is it like being used as a supply place, or are we talking more? This is a map to a location some thought lost.
Okay, so I'll have the person tell you. You see, at the end, there is said to be a whole planet of people who breathe out the oxygen, and there's a path to it. This appears to be the path of it.
The path of most resistance.
Yes.
Doesn't explain why they were coming after us, but seems like it would be a good thing to find.
Yeah, I probably should have planned this part out better.
No worries.
Alright, you see... So, as...
I mean, if the referee doesn't know why, maybe the referee doesn't need to know why, right?
Okay, the referee is looking back at it, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute." They turn it upside down. It's like, "Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, this is just. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. I didn't realize this was upside down. This is not the map at all. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what this is." And they hand it back to you, and Lee, as you look at it, you realize it's just like, it's a symbol of the evil space empire that's been like causing a ruckus the last couple months in the system, and it's like a super paramilitary coup to like enslave all the planets. You just set it upside down.
Oh.
Were we supposed to follow the other referee into the other Foot Locker?
You look outside the store and you realize there's another referee just vaping outside of a regular Foot Locker. It's like, oh, aren't you that influencer that like, yeah, if I hear people trying to kidnap you for a ransom, dude, you should like, dude, you need to like, lay low or something. Like, I don't know, maybe get out of here. I hear there are like other guards or something. I don't know, just, I gotta clock back in. You guys take it easy. And he goes back in. I'm sorry for that plot cul-de-sac.
I moved off of Warren to get away from giant empires, and here they are doing their empire thing anyway.
You look over, there's also like there's also like a recruitment table for like join the evil empire. And it just says evil empire today, and it definitely has that symbol on it that it was upside down.
They've got really strong branding.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
As long as you have it the right way up, it is.
Unfortunately, aesthetic does seem to be enough to pull people into an evil empire these days.
Oh. So, yeah. And as you know, you walk out of the Mystic Foot Locker, and you kind of realize, oh, the way out is past the recruitment table we just noticed for the evil empire. The other way is full of the crowd. Like, there's not really a way to get out that doesn't take you past the recruitment table. And you kind of notice the recruitment table is looking over in your direction.
Yeah, how many evil empire recruiters are at the evil empire recruiter table? Do they seem aware that potentially their allies just got torn to shreds, or no?
there appear to be like two higher ranking officers at the table. There's one like more service member kind of standing in uniform, like at attention. You see the officers, they're kind of writing a letter. You're assuming it's a letter to the families of the guards who were just teared piece by piece in the crowd. They're writing a letter to their family. But they don't seem to be noticing you. But one of the officers is looking over their letters like, is that? Do I know that person? They're looking in your direction, like doing that, and like, nah. It's like, unless, nah, but, nah. But they're definitely going more looking over at your direction.
Got it.
They cannot pin us for the murder of those two guards. It wasn't me. It was just my wild fans.
You know, if we look back at the circumstances that led to your wild fans destroying those two guards, I don't know if they care enough to have evidence.
Yeah. Nova, can you roll for apology video?
What should I roll for apology video?
Can you give me charm perform?
Yeah. Okay. So
you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that unless you want to.
I think it would be funny. I wanna flip, because I'm also really good at this. Let's see. So I have 3 dots in charm.
So that's 4.
So,
that would be 7 cards.
With my perform, which is 2, right?
Yeah. Unhealthy.
Okay, 7 cards. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, get out of here, Skittle. Get out of here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, that was a fun laugh.
I did not get any face cards.
That's it? No face cards?
No face cards, no jokers. Unless there's like a normal thing that I should be looking.
Hold on. What was the card for Desperado? It'd be Queen of Hearts.
Of
Queen of Diamonds. If that had been pulled, you would have gotten a joker. But no, you're fine. So, you record your apology video, and it's like, yeah, you get like not a lot of views on it. And like people are like, yeah, oh my god, you're so brave. But like it doesn't seem as passionate as when you like kick those guys. It's like just like this. It's not like a bad video. It's just like it's doing like an okay amount of numbers. It's not like what happened before.
It's like violence is more appealing for for videos. It gets the views when there's violence.
You didn't have your dog out to be with you. You didn't pull out a ukulele or anything.
The sad ukulele music, I didn't have it.
Yeah, but like the crowd is
on the fly.
Yeah. So the crowd's starting to dissipate, but people are still milling around, and one of the officers kind of talking to the other officer sitting at the desk, like, "You think? Nah, I mean, it was at the same mob. It couldn't. They wouldn't be just be standing around here, right?" You hear like whispers like abduction or ransoms or brainwash or influencer. You hear that? God. You hear that like you just kind of hear it's like you're not getting the best sense from there. You just kind of get antsy about it.
Now,
we should probably leave.
Oh, I was thinking the opposite, but yeah, we could do that.
Wait, what were you gonna do?
Stay.
I was thinking we go over a little bit closer so that we can encourage them to speak more clearly, with a flex of an arm.
Do you have any like robot appendages? I just want to know.
I imagine there's none that are like full, but there are some that are partially converted, right?
Oh.
There's like some metal plating, but not quite like. It's more like integrated than it is replacement throughout.
It's more like Jax from Mortal Kombat 2 than Mortal Kombat 3. I gotcha.
One of these days I will understand.
No, I get you. So yeah, you do the flex, and it's not like a huge like Dave Bautista flex, but it's definitely like a tone, like a somewhat toned flex, like a Saitama flex.
It's like, we could try to leave. Or we could go up to the people who know what's going on.
Oh, actually, you're a 3 brawn, so it's actually pretty good. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, or we could go to the people who seem to know what's going on and encourage them to speak, doing warm-up stretches, making eye contact that direction.
Okay, we could do that. I mean, you can go in front, and I can like record from behind if that's what you want to do.
Or maybe you just draw their eyes one way and they're not looking.
You mean sucker punch them?
I will
Yeah,
say.
they certainly weren't fighting fair. I don't
Okay.
feel the need to do the same.
Okay, so it is 3 of them over there. Just to be clear, like appears to be 2 officers and infantry.
All right. Yeah. But if you just want me to go in and you want to record, that's fine too.
I can do
Out of
distractions. I'm
character, I
very
have no idea how many people this character can take in a fight. But
In a fight, right?
Lee does not
in a fight, right?
care. What?
In a
In a
fight,
fight,
right?
right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said in a fight.
Right.
Okay.
That was in the original sentence.
We're just clarifying. We're just clarifying.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yes.
So
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll do a distraction then.
Yeah.
I like get in front of them and say, "Hey guys, it's your girl Ashley here with the evil recruitment. What do you think? Should I join?"
are they? You are filming this.
Yeah.
What
Or
are
I
you?
could
Are you just trying to like distract them?
Yeah, I'm just trying to distract them.
Okay, so
Basically, my ask was basically just to get 2 or 3 of them looking the other way, so that way I can start violence with a sucker punch,
okay.
and then, go from there.
Persuasion piloting. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be a charm from Nova,
Okay.
and I'm going to also have you do that with empathy. I guess it would be perform. So charm perform. So that is 7 because you're healthy.
Oh yeah. 7. Woo! All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I got a Queen of Hearts
Okay.
and an Ace of Hearts. So the
Wait.
crit is the Queen of Hearts, right?
Yes.
Wait, but
so
how did you get a
just
Queen of Hearts again? Did you go through your
No.
whole deck?
No, I
no
got a
because
Queen
you
of
got
Hearts.
the Ace of
Oh.
Spades for the
right,
first one.
Wow.
So you
Right,
just
can put-
so it
Ace
was,
of
it
I
was
don't need to do any violence. You're gonna just keep destroying these people with your work.
all right. So
Well, no, this is for a distraction. So,
so you
that's
said you're like, hey, it's me, it's a girl, Ashley. I'm here. I'm talking to the evil empire about recruitment. You do that?
Yeah. That's what I say.
So the officer is looking. She's like, oh my God, it's her. Oh wow. Hi, Ashley. Yeah, we're the evil empire. We're recruiting here over at the Galleria 9 Mall. Yeah, they're like just like around you. They're kind of like trying to puff up their chest, suck in their gut, look nice and presentable. I should
would love
mention one of them is a human. One of the officers is a human. The other one is a plant person. This one is more of like a. This one is more like a tulip kind of head.
Ooh.
And the
Ooh,
infantry
that's
person is this kind of seems to be a bear, but like a very thin bear, like an average sized bear.
Like an emaciated bear.
I'm trying to think of it like
A
it's
lean bear.
like like Winnie the Pooh when they're just like a plushie. It's like that, but like with real fur, like that sort of proportion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so they are.
Right.
Mordio, they are completely distracted. They are just like they are oblivious to everything besides Ashley, as we all are.
I would love if, like, while Ashley is doing this fake, should I consider it? And the one like lead officer is doing the like, yeah, we're recruiting, like, and doing their advertisement plug.
Yeah.
Lee just makes her way up from the back, taking them out one by one, just like, but you could see it in the video being live streamed, but maybe the ones they're all looking towards.
So
the
you
camera,
you are attempting to attack them.
Yeah, I want to take down 2 of them, and then in Lee's ideal world, we take down 2 of them quickly, and then we get the 3rd one to tell us what their plan is. But
Okay.
we'll see if we can reach that ideal
Which
world.
2 would you like to attack first?
Which one is the one talking?
It's the human officer.
All right. Then let's
are
start
behind a table with the plant officer, and okay, so Ashley is like in front of the table. The table is they're behind there,
Okay.
and
Well,
the the infantry is like kind of to the side, like trying to look like, very astute and alert, but they're also like kind of eyeing the camera every so often, like, try not to mug.
Right. So I'll start with the infantry one first,
Okay.
off to the side, and just hope that the other two don't notice that one vanishing. I think, given the circumstances, the plan's just like to grab, pull back, and throw to the ground in a way that's,
Like
violent enough to cause unconsciousness.
like a hitman sort of takedown.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. So, and you want to do this stealthily.
Ideally, if it ends up non-stealthily, then that's the way it goes.
Give me brawn. No. Brawn? Yeah, give me brawn sneaking.
All right, that's gonna be 5 since I am healthy.
No, it'd be
Oh.
only 4 because you have nothing in sneaking.
Oh, you're right. I thought Braun had more, but that does not. It's only 3.
I mean, if you
I
want,
got
you can.
nothing.
If you want, you can add a drive if you want to add.
Oh, that's true. My thing gives me more drive when I get hurt, right? So if this goes wrong, I'm probably getting hurt. So I might as well spend. I have what, 2 or 3? Let me.
I count 3 total for the
Yeah,
drive.
okay. I got.
You
3.
can spend as many as you want. They will not come back until.
Do I have to declare the amount to start, or do I?
Like, do your base
Google.
flip and add it as you go. So, like, if you do
Yeah.
1, just say 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive as you add more to it.
All right. Well, I already did my base flip, got nothing. So I'll throw at least 1 drive on there and see, and that's still nothing. Unfortunately.
If you want to add more, go for it.
I'll try one more just to not get absolutely nothing out of this. But if that doesn't work, I will hold on to the last one for when the situation turns on me.
Okay.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that's not a lot. That's all number cards.
So you did not do anything. Okay. So
I did not do no jokers, but no successes.
Okay. So as Ashley is, talking, doing their thing, you try and go the long way around as, they're kind of focused on Ashley. You try and go, you're definitely pulling back for a punch, but like as you're kind of doing it, you're like, maybe if I do like a judo throw sort of thing, and then you kind of decide back on the punch. You're kind of like
Indecision.
dancing around trying to figure it out. And as you're doing that, the infantry guy notices you as like, whoa, hold on there, buddy. And their hand reaches for a sidearm. And this alerts the officers. They go, oh my god, get this guy away from Ashley immediately. And I'm going to say for right now, the officers are alert, but right now, Mordio is in combat with the infantry.
All right.
Okay. So that will be there. Before we start combat, Ashley, would you like to do anything before that starts? Like, you want to maybe defuse the situation, or add to it, or just enter combat with them?
Oh my god, it's such a big misunderstanding. That's my bodyguard. I wasn't under attack from the evil empire. I was looking to be recruited. Look, no harm, no foul, right? She didn't even punch you.
Okay, so I'm going to say...
Careful we don't lie so much that we accidentally do the thing we're pretending to do.
So I'm going to say give me... That's persuasion. I'm going to say charm persuasion on that one.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't think it'll go as well as previous
not like-
flips.
Well, what if it does, though?
Well, that would have to be incredible because you used all your crit so far, and you have like 3
Yes.
jokers in there.
What's my secret joker?
Your secret joker is the Queen of Diamonds.
Queen of Diamonds. I see. Okay. Okay. So how many is that? You said it was a charm, persuasion. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 again?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. I did get an
Does
ace.
Does
I
seem
got
like my poor dice luck translates to cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is interesting.
Go
So
ahead.
I have 3. Wait, is an ace a
Ace of diamonds. No, not ace of diamonds. Queen of diamonds.
no, but is it like our aces? You said they're 11. They're not like.
They're a face card. They count as a face card.
Oh, okay. Okay, so technically I have 4 face cards, but 1 joker.
Okay. So you were trying to tell them they were your bodyguard, right?
Yes.
Um.
So does like a joker negate the face cards or?
No, you do succeed. You got 4.
Okay.
So they go. The infantry person, relaxes their stance a little bit. It's like, all right, you're allowed in. And as they say that, there's a chirp, like a little like boop boop chirp, and one of the officer goes, "Hello, headquarters, yeah. You're not gonna believe this. We found them. They're here, and they actually want to join us. So if you want to, what's that? Right now? Okay, yeah." He motions to the infantry and the other officer and goes, "All right, we're taking back the ship right now. Don't put them in the brig. Put them in. You just put them in storage, and also bring the one stationed at the west exit." And they do that, and they go to sign off, and it's like, what's that? Oh no, yeah, no, they're gone. Yeah, torn to shreds. We're still investigating it.
Torn to shreds,
Okay.
you say?
All right, so he turns to Yasha and goes, "All right, turn off that camera. We'll get going right now. We'll explain on the way." And that's what goes on. So, Lee, you are now you're no longer in combat, but you're now again being shepherded off a different way, and with the people you're trying to avoid.
Space
there's-
gods, damn it!
Ah, spots.
We lied
damn it.
ourselves into the same situation we were in 30 minutes ago. You know what we could do?
I mean, you don't technically have to go with them.
That's true. We don't have to go with them, but... And now, I don't know... Now, Ashley may think of this on their own, but... Maybe this time we can just get them to tell us stuff on the way instead of being cryptic about it. That way, when we beat them up, we already know everything. What do you think? What do you think, Nova?
Sure.
'Cause they said something about...
But we're still being put in
Explaining or something.
storage.
I mean, they're like motioning you to come along, and they're kind of going this way. They're waiting for you to move, though.
Okay. Sure. Like, okay, well, let's walk. Let's talk. So what's like your plan for us? What are you guys up to? What are you doing?
Okay, let me see here. Let me double check on this before I give you the roll. I think that would be probably empathy. So that would be 34. Okay, empathy. Okay, so let's go with. So I'm gonna say, give me. You're doing a lot of rolls, Nova. Give me
I am.
charm and investigation.
Okay. I have nothing investigation, but I have 3 dots in charm, which means I have a 4 and I'm healthy, so 5.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got nothing.
They just go and do you want to use any drive?
Wait, say that again?
Do you want to use any drive?
Oh, yeah. That just lets me flip. I have
Additional
a lot.
card.
So... sure. Let's see. Nothing.
You want to flip another one, or you
One,
can flip as
one
many as you
more,
want?
since I'll do one more. I got a King of Hearts.
Okay, so that's one success, and you used 2 drive.
One. Yes.
Mordio, you used how many drive did you use for that flip? You did earlier.
I did 2 out of my 3.
Okay, so you're down to 1. Okay, so the officers, they go, okay, you're walking along. You're going to sort of a strange, sort of not as used part of the space station / mall. Not a lot of people there. As you're going down towards a spaceship that's docked to the bay, they go, well, we need to be a little loose. We need to be a little tight-lipped about it for now. But if you do this just one tiny little thing for us, kind of under the table, you can stand to be reach a lot of ears. It'll be good. You need to sign an NDA and that sort of thing, and your protection here. They motion to Lee. They might have to sign one too, although they won't have as much of a deal as you. But don't worry, we'll discuss the specifics in the ship. Okay, so you're being towards the ship. You just know a little bit more.
Lee, what do you want to do now?
I think rather than answer verbally, Lee would look to the guards or look to the ship as if to ask, do you want me to hit one again? No stealth this time, just do it? Or do you want to actually get on the ship and go from there?
I mean,
like
either one does, from where I'm standing, either one seems plausible.
Yeah. Does in a weird way they're treating, well, I guess it's not a weird way. It was the lie, right? Ashley is the leader or the employer, and I'm the employee, right?
Yeah.
So he's trying
What
to
a cop out for you, Mordio.
I mean,
well, if you leave it up to me.
I mean, you did succeed in lying and persuading them that they were your bodyguard, so.
Yeah, it's true.
They don't, and since you did get
I'm
like
also
4.
persuaded now that I'm your bodyguard.
Well,
I just persuaded you into actually being my
and
bodyguard.
I will always love Ashley. I will say, since you did, you get 4 successes on that roll, even though you get a Joker. They don't seem too suspicious or tense around Lee. They're pretty at ease, honestly.
All right. So I'll say something like this. Well, since we're gonna be on a mission or whatever, I just gotta see. I gotta test if I obviously am good for the evil empire, but is the evil empire good for me? Lee, can you test that? As if to say hey, can you beat them up and sort of say
all right.
This is a test.
Oh yeah, we gotta test our strength, mainly ability.
Mods, kill him! Just kidding.
Tier 3s, attack!
Okay, if this is a test, I'm not waiting for any of them to be
A test of your reflexes.
Yeah, test of your reflexes. I'll dive at the nearest one.
Okay.
At that.
Okay, I will say that so right now you're being led by the 2 officers, and then it's you 2, and then behind you is the infantryman, kind of keeping you in line. Which one do you want to attack?
All right, we'll grab one of the officers in front.
Okay. You're gonna grab them?
I think a lot about my ideal world that has yet to come to fruition. In my ideal world, I take this officer out and then throw their unconscious form into the guy behind us. But we'll see if we can. Once again, we'll see if we can reach that world.
Okay, give me a brawn melee. So that'll be 8 for you.
Wow, 8.
Okay, yep, 8. Because I'm healthy. All right, let's go. Surely. Okay, we've got. Oh my God! All right, okay. We got 2 successes.
2 successes.
With 8 cards, we got 2 successes.
2 successes, and how would you want to do that?
since right now we don't have any particular stuff on us, I'll just use one of my well augmented arms to just like, oh, this is a text, and just strike one with the intent to, if like I don't know if this guy's gonna go down from one swing or anything, right? Like, but if they drop, I'm gonna grab onto the body and not just like let them fall to the floor,
So like
right?
maybe a little human shield, or I guess I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
something
you
like that, right?
attack the human officer.
Yeah, sounds
So
good. Otherwise, I couldn't have a human shield, obvious.
good point.
Obviously.
I'm actually gonna real quick grab some paper and a pen to make sure I keep track of this. Isn't it weird when you're an artist, you can't just find a regular ballpoint pen. You have specialized stuff that like you don't
All the
feel
time.
you don't feel comfortable just using to write like a note on.
All the time. And also, I can never find a Sharpie when I need it.
True. Well, that's also the chef life as well. So. Plant. OC, human. Human OC. Bear.
I'm afraid of how short my deck is getting and how no jokers have been pulled.
Oh, you better be. Okay, so. Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 ja. Okay, so I'm gonna say that Lee, as they're walking, you start to like you as you're walking with them, you begin to walk a little bit faster and catch up with the human officer. And as they're kind of swinging their arm back, you hook it around your arm and do a judo throw on them. They go Hoya! And they hit the ground, and like you still hold the hand, you grab them up, and it's like, all right, everyone fucking freeze, as you get them like a little like submission hold as you're standing up. This causes the plant officer and the bear officer to stop walking and reach for their weapons. They both pull out very standard issue laser sidearms, like laser pistols. You know what? I'm gonna say that one of them, the plant officer, is gonna reach for Ashley. What? How would you like to respond?
I'm gonna go with embarrassment. I'm gonna go like, oh my god, where are you touching me?
Gonna go for that old chestnut again. Well, if all you have is a hammer, and by hammer I mean 4 charm. I'm gonna say that's presence empathy against them.
Presence empathy. Okay, so
I think that's
presence 1, 2, 5, 6. Yeah.
6 plus your healthy, that's 7.
Another 7. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I did get the Queen of Diamonds, but I also got a King of Spades.
Okay, so that's 1 success and 1 joker.
Yes.
So, they go to grab for you, but then you said, "Ew, don't." They go, "Oh, I'm sorry." But, like, they're still pointing their gun at you, and they kind of like back you up against the wall of the corridor. It's like, all right. The officer turns to Lee and go, all right, drop them, or else, listen, we don't need the genuine thing. This may be set to stun, but it's still going to hurt hell of a lot. Also, the infantryman is definitely pointing their laser at Lee right now. So I'm going to say this is combat. So
Yeah,
we have
sounds
now
good.
officially entered combat for the first time. Okay, so initiative is going to go. Let's see here. Initiative. I'm going to say initiative goes. Is going to go Ashley, the officers, and then Lee, and then infantry.
Sounds fair.
So
Okay.
you were up against the wall. You know, you got your hands up, even your tendrils up.
Okay, so we did not put anything in inventory. Can I like suggest something in my inventory to use?
Sure. Like, what would you like to have?
I would like to empty like my purse and see if there's anything that they can trip on, like rollers, like hair rollers or something, and like try to run away from to dodge them, I guess.
Okay, so how about this? You know, you emptied your purse before when the first security
Yeah.
came, but that was only your first purse. You have a second one where it's more like
Purse.
that was like your influencer purse where you have all your makeup and product and stuff in there, and then you have your real purse where the useful things come in, and one of which is a electro zapper stun gun,
Oh, okay.
which will give you, I'm gonna say, let's see here, +1 to firearms.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Cool.
go electro zapper. Okay. Oh, I just dropped all my cards. Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so you got your electro zapper, and that's +1 to firearms. So, with that in mind, what would you like to do?
Well, damn. Since I have a zapper, I'm gonna attempt my firearm. I guess I'll try to shoot and run. I don't know. Is that something I can do?
Well, if you want to leave Lee hanging like that.
Well, I mean,
Can't believe
Steve-
it.
no.
Maybe
I don't know how-
fire and then get out of the situation where you're cornered.
Yeah, because I'm up against a wall, so I don't want to be cornered, right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, I'm gonna
I mean-
say. Go
I was
ahead,
about
Mario.
to say something about Lee's personality, but we just met. You wouldn't. Ashley wouldn't know, so it's.
Yeah. I mean, you are in a situation together. Would Ashley be so callous as to leave someone in harm's way?
Depends how big the stan you are. What tier subscriber are you?
You do remember that you both reach for the same book.
That's true. We do
Yeah.
have camaraderie there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you
at
let
least
another
tier two
fan of
sub.
Amalicious the Third down? Okay, so
Well-
if you want to use your electro zapper, give me agility and firearms.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 3, I think.
I
'Cause
know
I
you have
just got a-
+1 and the healthy, so that is 4.
Oh, that's right. Wait. Okay, yeah, all right, 4. Uh-oh. 3. 4. Okay.
Okay.
I got 1 joker, but then I have a jack of hearts and a king of diamonds. So I have 2 successes and a joker.
Oh, with those 2 Joker pulls right next to each other, it's lucky
Okay.
it didn't go double up on him.
Who are you aiming at? You're aiming at the officer who's got their laser
Yep.
gun at you?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you kind of like, you got your hands up. Hey, it's okay. We can work this out. You you can apologize. We can make an apology video. It'll be fine. We can
I
tell.
already did one.
It's fine. There's no ill will between us. And as you're doing this, one of your little tendril hands is reaching towards your real purse. And as you're going through it, you pull it out and you zap the plant officer for 2 damage. However,
nice.
as you fired it off, one of your tendrils also got in the way of the zap, so you're going to have 2 damage coming towards you, but it is dodgeable.
Okay, let me look at my
Or
dodge again.
actually, I'm going to say you can either do 2 damage dodgeable or 1 damage undodgeable.
So I have two dodge. Does that mean I can dodge for 2 points and then I get no health taken off?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you
Let's
get the
just do-
1 with that, you can still, like, since you're not injured, but by that, you would still get your healthy flip and you still get to keep your dodge. It depends on what you want to do.
Well, the dodge is like a buffer, right?
It's a buffer.
So-
It doesn't come back until after combat, or you do another action that gives it more dodge.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do the 1 and then the 1 health, and I'm not injured until 4, so I get 1 more chance to. I still get my healthy, like you said, right? So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Okay.
say that you do that. He put you, like, you get out of the situation. You're no longer against the wall. You're out of the way. You have your electro zapper with you. You did take a little damage, and you did damage him, but you're more at like a sort of a standoff.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's you. Next up is gonna be the officers. Let's see here. I'm gonna say the human officer goes first, and they're held by Mordio. They are. They're going to attempt to get out of their grasp. So I'm gonna flip 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they got 2 successes,
Okay.
and they do struggle. Like, they're really trying to get off of you. They're trying not to make the most moves to do it, like, in case they want to hurt themselves, but they're like almost out. They're almost busting out. They're like, you barely have a hold on them.
All right. Got
Okay,
it.
next up is Plan Officer, who got shocked. Okay, so Plan Officer, they're gonna look back and forth between Ashley and Lee, and they just look at Ashley's face, and are like, I know she did just at me, but I don't like that fucking rabbit person, so I don't like them. So, and like,
just
if
am so
they heard
unlikable
them,
by
if they
cats.
heard, yeah, exactly. So they also have their boy in their hand, so
Yeah.
they are going.
My
to,
boy.
They're
I've
going.
abandoned my boy.
I've abandoned my boy. They're going to kick at you in a way that, like, you drop their boy.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So I'm gonna give them.
They kick you in the boys to drop their boy.
Ouch.
I'm gonna say 4. Okay. Pretty good. So they got a 2. So I'm gonna say you drop, like, they kick you right in the back of the knee, which does not have a name. They kick you there, and it, like, causes you to, like, go down to a knee, and with that, the other officer scrambles out. You're gonna take 2 damage.
All right. Let me see. My special thing is when I take damage to
Or-
my health, I get 2 points of drive back.
Would you
So-
like to take that or dodge it?
I will dodge 1 point, so that way I still get my 2 drive back, but I also reduce the damage.
Okay, so you get your 2 direct back. Okay. So it could have been worse, but you managed to, like, use it as drive. Speaking of drive, that goes to Lee. What would you like to do?
All right. So you said one just kicked the back of my knee. I dropped the one I was holding.
Yeah,
I
so
think-
the one you were holding is
Mm-hmm.
out of your grasp. They're not reaching for their weapon. They're more like huffing and puffing because you got them like in a really good hold. They're in some pain.
Right.
And like
The other one
remind
got
you,
stun gunned. Right.
got stun gun. They're like they got their laser pistol on you, but they're kind of like doing like little facial twitches from the electricity, which is a thing.
All right.
And
So I'm thinking-
don't forget there is an infantry right behind you. They are definitely pointing. They're also looking behind their back, making sure no one else comes in and like world stars
Right.
them.
So I can only do one thing at a time, or attack one at a time, I assume.
If you
So
can do
what-
it in a way that like
Yeah.
in a way that hits a lot of them, and you can like phrase it good, and you get a good roll on it, I'm willing to negotiate or figure something
Yeah,
out.
my thought is, since one just kicked out the back of my leg, one scrambling away from me, I didn't get hit too bad though. So maybe as I drop, classic spin kick, either like to sweep the one who just kicked me, so the one with the stun gun, the one that Ashley struck, right? Like do the classic counter sweep, right? Try to take out both their legs.
Oh.
So
Okay,
maybe we'll just stick with that. Try not to do anything too fancy.
Okay.
Take out the one. Well, hopefully take out the one. We'll see.
It's a swift
With-
kick. You got those big, powerful rabbit legs, so
Yeah.
okay. I was really hoping like the counter sweep. I like, but I was really hoping you were gonna do a spinneroonie, like windmill kick.
Oh,
And,
and
like,
try to
it's
hit
hit-
all three of them like that.
I mean, if you want to, fine. But if you just wanted, because I would say that could be brawn melee or brawn perform, but I'm gonna say you probably want to do a brawn melee.
Yeah, I probably want to do a brawl melee. Now, if you'll allow me to do a whirlwind kick, I will certainly attempt it. In my
That
in
seems
my,
more like an agility, so that would be agility
yeah.
melee. So that would be
I'll take out the one. I need to learn how to succeed in this game.
You got a lot of cards saved up. I think you can do
Like,
it.
I got a lot of cards saved up, including both jokers. So with any
Mhm.
luck, I won't manage to pull just the two jokers. But
Okay.
let's try to take out the guy with the stun gun who just freed his friend.
Okay,
All
so
right.
that'd be Plant Boy.
All right, so that's brawn, melee. I'm still healthy, even though I'm
Yes.
missing one health.
You're not injured
So-
yet, so
So 8. Let's go. All right. Ooh.
oh, that was a sound.
All right. Okay. We got 4 successes and a joker. So
see.
there's my face cards, but also there's the jokers. But at least I didn't pull both of them.
Okay, so that was a really good success. All right, fuck it. So Plant Guy gets you with the sweep, and it causes you to tumble down. You do like a capoeira, like that kick where you go real high with it, and you turn your body around, and you get him right in the head, like right on his tulip chin, and it annihilates him. It completely rips his head off his stem.
Jesus, space Christ!
Jesus Space Christ. And he's like, the body does not the body is like just convulsing and just kind of waving around its petals and stems and firing off its phaser gun, and it hits one of the pipes that's in the space station mall for some reason, and it just starts kind of spewing out fire.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
Okay, it finally goes away. It also catches on fire the plant person, and
Oh my
it's
god.
just kind of wild and out all around.
Oh my god.
Am I
it's
tweaking
also-
right now or what?
Am I on space? Am I on space weed right now? So, it smells lovely actually. It smells really nice. That the plant person's on fire and kind of running around.
I think it's more horrifying that they smell good when they're dying.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that it's running around. It like bumps into Lee. They take a point of
Oh, no.
damage, undodgeable,
Okay, fair enough.
and it also bumps into Ashley, they take a point of damage. I think that makes them. I'm gonna say since it wasn't right up next to you, you have a chance to dodge. So you can
okay.
dodge what damage if you want to.
It uses up my dodge, but
I mean,
you
if you
know,
do, if you don't do it, you're gonna be injured.
I know exactly. So I will dodge it then.
Okay, so it's one dodge, so it's one less. Oh, I guess like I gotta keep the track of this, so I'm gonna go.
Can you aim your lethal kick somewhere else? Oh!
Didn't know my own strength.
It's not my fault that their body shot wildly when decapitated.
Dodge.
You know, I'm only really practiced in biology, not a master of it.
Which
One
dodge do
day.
you have? Hold on. You have 2 dodge. You both have 2 dodge. So you used 1. Okay, so that happens. I'm also going to say that until the fire is put out from the pipe, every turn someone's going to take 1 damage, which is dodgeable. So let's see here. I wonder what the infantry person is going to think. So, infantry, they're kind of freaking out a little bit that one of their superior officers just like got decapitated with a kick. They're also a little, they're pogging, but like a little kind of like horrific pog that's kind of switching back and forth.
Horrific pog.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Like they're impressed, but horror like
yes.
they're like,
Oh,
oh my
shock.
god, that's so fucked up, but kind of cool, but also fucked up.
that was sick in both senses of the word.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna say, you know, in better sense, they would probably try and put out the fire, but they're also like freaking out that someone was capable of that, so they're going to go for Lee. Let's pull up them, and they're gonna go another 4. Yeah. You know what? They do a couple shots, but actually, was it 4? No, it's actually 5. Okay. They pull out their shots. They're still a little like, they're like puking a tiny bit in their mouth. That's causing them to like focus on the taste of puke in their mouth. So they don't get a clean shot. They fire at Lee and it misses.
All right. Ooh.
All right, back at the initiative. That goes to Ashley.
Yay.
What would you like to do?
Okay. Oh
Plant
my
person
God.
who you stunned is gone. They're just kind of burnt. They actually burned up pretty quickly by the time bear infantry got done. So now we just have human who has now kind of regained their composer like Mozart. They've regained that, and now they've gotten out their space pistol. They're actually dual wielding space pistols right now. One
gosh.
regular stance, one gangsta stance. So what would you like to do? There's also
Okay.
a fire. Also, I gotta say.
I know I want to do something about this fire.
I'm gonna say with the bear, since they didn't do anything about it, they took 1 hit.
Okay. Is there like you know how malls surely have fire alarm systems too, right? Maybe not,
Fire
but you tell
suppressant?
me.
You know, there's kind of a lot of smoke going on. I'm gonna
I
say if
see.
you can find one, you can pull it. But for that, you need to do intelligence and space-wise.
Well, I do have a decent amount of space.
Space-wise or engineering if you want to, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna do space-wise.
No, yeah, I'd be using space wise.
Because
Okay,
you were a mall rat as a squidling, as a squid kid. So you know
Yes.
your way around a mall.
Okay,
So, but you got to flip for it. So that's gonna be intelligence
right.
and space-wise.
so I have no dots in intelligence. That means it's just a 1, right? And
Yes.
then I am still healthy, so that's 2. And space wise, I have 4. So I flip 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cards remaining until I have to shuffle my deck. So I guess I flip those first and then shuffle.
Yeah, shuffle.
Okay. After I flip my remaining cards, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, I got one. Okay, I got one success out of the 5, but I need to shuffle and draw one more. It is gonna be a little difficult because I do have a bird in the hand. So let me.
I heard that's worth 2 in the bush.
But is it worth face cards? That's what I want to know. Oh boy.
Sadly, no.
Yeah. Skittle, do a flip.
Do a flip.
Okay, how am I gonna do this one-handed? Let me see.
Also,
Maybe you can.
I would like to reiterate just really quick that once per session with your ability Otherworldly, you may use your space-wise skill in place of empathy, whying, or persuasion. Just to let you know, because I also forgot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work right now though.
I just want to let you know it's not really.
Yeah. Okay, give me a second to shuffle. I apologize in advance.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm getting better. At the beginning, I was not doing so well at shuffling.
Yeah, I'm not the best shuffler either, so.
All right, one
No,
more.
same.
Yeah, same. All right, let's see. What do we got? Number 6.
So that's one success.
Yeah, just one success.
You're like, oh well, it wasn't. Gosh, it wasn't the Torrid, or it wasn't the arcade. I don't know what it looks like, but I think it was like a big red button. But where would it be? That's all you know. And also, you're gonna take
damage.
Take 1 damage dodgeable. So, would you like to take it or dodge?
I have no more dodges available, so I must
I have
take
one.
advantage.
I have 1 for you.
Oh, really? I thought I only had 2, and I used both of them.
I don't remember, so I'm gonna say grace and say you did dodge. So if you want to dodge, you can. If not, you wanna dodge?
Okay. Well, if I'm allowed to dodge, then I will take it.
Yeah. Bank error in your favor, basically.
Awesome.
Okay. So, human officer's turn next. He is very upset. What's happening? You just killed his husband, the plant officer.
Oh no!
So he's very upset. So he's doing like the point break fire at the sky while screaming, but he's doing it in your direction. So he doesn't care about the fire or anything. So he's just gonna unload on you two. 1, 2,
Fair enough.
3.
Maybe he shouldn't have a husband that's so easily decapitable.
I see.
That is step 1. Step 2 is also, they're both working at the same place, in the same roles.
Yeah.
Don't shit where you eat.
So
That's a weird way to.
That's the phrase.
Yeah. This is your bed. You shit in it.
Oh, wait, it's a bed? I thought it was where you eat.
It's like I was trying to do like you made this bed, you lie in it sort of thing, but.
Oh yeah, and you pooped in this bed, so you're sleeping on the poo.
Yeah.
This is getting a really mixed metaphor.
He got no successes and 2 jokers. So what I'm gonna say is. He's just firing blind rage, like he's doing that, and he does not hit you two. He doesn't hit anyone except the transparent aluminum viewport, which is just out in space. He hits that, and it's taking a lot of damage. He had that sucker cranked up, and it's starting to crack. It's starting to crumble in upon itself. You can already feel like some of the air whoosh out of the space station, starting to decompress a little bit. So unless something happens, I will say it does put out the fire, so no one's taking damage. Good. But I'm gonna say within a few precious minutes, it's probably gonna fail. And everyone in that section is going to be blown out into space, into deadly space air.
Good thing we don't need oxygen.
Yeah, well, that's good. But deadly space here, that'll kill you.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can't forget the other terrible elements that are in
Yeah.
space.
Let me double
Like the
check.
vacuum.
Deadly space arium.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. She here. So that's their turn. So next up is gonna be Lee. They just kicked the head off a person, and
Yeah.
a lot of stuff's going wrong. At least the problem that happened with you kicking off their head is over, but there's still like
Right.
the problem of like a complete pressure decompression happening. So what would you like to
see,
do?
I want to deal with that, but I also would like to stop the person shooting wildly first, because I feel like if I don't stop
Okay.
that person, anything I deal with for the pending decompression is a temporary solution at best.
I see.
So my thought is suggest via the use of force to this person to cease shooting.
Mhm.
We'll do that, and then I'll worry about the glass, or the aluminum, the
Transparent aluminum. Yes. So how would
so-
you like to do that?
This person's shooting pretty wildly, right? I guess it is vaguely in our direction, but clearly their shots are going wide. So I'm thinking
They're
a
like
spring
it would
forward.
be like they would have to get very lucky for them to hit you, or like you
Yeah.
get very unlucky on your approach to get hit.
like I'm thinking it's like I don't know exactly how far, but like some long hair strides into a leap, into like basically like pouncing on this person, knocking them to the ground, hopefully, and unconscious in one go, right?
Okay. I'm gonna say that's an agility. You know what? Actually, you are hitting them. I'm gonna say agility melee.
All right, sounds good. That is 1, 2, 6, and I'm still healthy, so I
Yes.
get 7.
Yeah.
First card is the other Joker,
Hooray!
very close to my last one, and only one success. But you know what? I'm going to throw in another 2 points of drive,
Okay.
since I do get it back when I'm hurt, and that was 7. So now I have 9. Wow, 9 cards, and I got 1 success and 1 Joker.
Okay. So let's say this.
There's more face cards in here, I know it.
1 success. I'm gonna say that you do that. You do one very long stride. You do it, and you do you kind of roll into a Blanca ball and hit him square in the chest. That gives him 1 damage.
A Sonic Spin Dash sound effect
basically.
plays.
Pyong Sugoi!
I was just about to say that.
So yeah, you knock him out. Actually, he's knocked out. He's no longer firing. And there's a mechanic in Space Kings where if someone rolls a Joker and you're not sure how to implement it immediately, you can pocket it. I'm gonna give you the choice. Do you want the Joker to happen now, or do you want me to bring it up later?
I'll give it to you to have a tool in your pocket for later, sure. It'll be a special surprise that'll come in handy later.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so they're knocked out. The only one left is the teddy bear infantry person.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a little while to think about it. They kind of look at you. Their superior officers are gone for the most part, as far as they know. The fire is also gone, but they kind of notice, they hear the of the transparent aluminum viewport cracking, and they're like, "Oh God!" They're trying to think whether or not they should go after you or maybe make a run for it. So I'm gonna flip a card to see what they think. Okay, they're gonna make a run for it to just get out of the way, because they're like, yeah, I signed up for this, but I didn't sign up for this, so I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna give them I'm gonna give them 3 cards to get out of the way. I flipped 3 cards. They got 3 successes. They fucking bolted. They're out of there. They go,
Oh my god.
1 week in a month, 1 week a year is my ass. And they just drop their weapons and get the fuck out of there. They also close the door behind them, the airlock behind them. So you two are now stuck in this corridor of the space station mall with a failing hull.
All right.
So you are out of combat.
Failing hole. That's not what I heard.
Hey. So I am going to flip 1 card to see how the hull's doing right now. I'm going to say it's still holding up, but it probably won't last long. What would you guys like to do?
All right. So we know that Mr. Shooting Wildly over here has a weapon that can cause this damage to the transparent aluminum.
If we reverse
the
it,
other
we can
one was the one-
we can fix the damage if we put it in reverse.
Well, I'm thinking
It's like filling up a
we
balloon with too
cause
much
damage
air.
to a different part of the station and use that to reinforce the aluminum, because the aluminum's more important right now. Basically,
Wait.
I don't know, ceiling panel opposite, if the opposite
Oh,
wall
okay.
doesn't face the void of space, right? Rapid fire the gun to like perforate
Well, I
it,
was
pull
gonna,
that piece off. And
I
then
was gonna.
against the other.
I mean, the way I'm seeing it is you're going out to a dock, so it's like kind of jutting out in space. But you know
Oh,
what?
I see.
If
Yep,
you
that makes
can
sense.
roll something with your big old stats of yours into a solution, and you roll a good for it, I'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Unless
I guess the other
Nova,
alternative is
you also have friendship speech. If you want to give them if you want to discuss maybe giving them a leg up on the task.
I think that's a perfect time to use that.
Okay, so I'm going to pull that up real quick, and I'd like to remind you that, what was it, empathy or desperado? No, it's empathy, right? Engineering. Yes, empathy. So,
Friendship speech.
yeah. So you have to do it flip 1 card at a time. Empathy action. So that's going to be 4 cards.
Okay. I guess I'll flip, and then we'll determine the speech from that.
I encourage, like, if you want to, you can also do it 1 card at a time. So if you do a success, you say something really encouraging. But if you do a joker, you say something that probably wouldn't encourage them.
Okay, well, let's test my
that's
improv
fun.
skills then.
that's fun.
All
I
right,
like
all
that.
So
right.
I think that's 4 cards.
4 cards. Okay, let's see the first one here. That's a nothing. Hey, you. Next card.
Okay.
That's nothing. You're really talented and stuff, probably. Third card. Oh god. Oh, I got an ace.
Hey, which one?
You've been there for me this whole mall time, and you can be there for the whole mall.
Real quick, what ace was that?
Oh, it was Clover.
Okay. All right,
And
I think
then
that's one more.
Yeah, one more. And a nothing.
Okay.
So do it.
Okay, that'll give you 1 extra success. I'll give you 1 extra flip for whatever flip you want to do for this
right.
fix.
All right. So you said like we're going out onto the dock. In that case, rather than going to like an opposite wall or like a ceiling, is there supply crates being loaded up on things? Are there, maybe like a space forklift or something, right? That I can use as raw materials. The core idea is still the same, right? Like I'm trying to brace.
So if
the
you would like
wall.
to find something, I'm gonna say to do that. That's gonna be wit. I'm gonna say that's wit engineering.
Wit engineering. All right. Sounds good. So I got 2 plus 4, so that's 6. Plus I'm still healthy for 7, plus
Yep.
the extra draw for 8 to find some raw materials, with which we got. Okay. All right. We got 4.
Oh.
We got 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yeah.
You look around, like, for some, it's like a little disused space dock. you're looking around for something. You notice there's just a can of what appears to be like liquid transparent aluminum aerosol form. And it also says extra strength and super plot emergency use recommended. So you use that and you spray it over the cracks that are forming the transparent aluminum, and it looks good as new. It's like you took
You
it
wouldn't
to
believe how often station mechanics overlook this critical
this
component
one
of
weird trick.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything's fine now. I will say that you do have spuck tape, so you could have used the spuck tape to do that. But you know what? You did pretty good.
But yeah, nothing to sneeze at.
Okay, so you're you're all good. What would you like to do
save the
now?
station from violent decompression.
Well, you saved the dock because it was cordoned off.
dock.
It was
You're right, the dock.
cordoned off by the fleeing
lock.
infantry bear.
Yeah.
So you're now out of combat. You're safe, and you have an unconscious officer of the evil empire. What would you like to do?
We need this guy for later to tell us more of their plans, assuming that he knows them.
Okay.
What do you think? Do we steal their ship? Unless you flew in here on something.
Joyride!
You want to do that? You, just want, do you want to take him with you into
yeah.
the ship you were being led into?
They
Yeah.
might have trackers on. I mean,
Either that,
I
or
don't
we
know.
steal an unrelated ship. I'll feel a little bad for whoever.
I mean,
how did you get here? Do you not?
the bus, obviously.
Yeah, I took the space bus, obviously.
Okay, well, I took my space Tesla. Just
This-
kidding. I would not have a Tesla.
You took the spoober.
I took a
Spoober.
Spoober.
They have their
Okay,
own
yeah.
private spat that they go everywhere with, and it's like it has its experimental jump drive that just does irreparable harm to the environment of space.
Oh my god, no. No.
Okay, so what are we
Um,
doing?
Yeah, you know what? Joyride. We're taking it.
Yeah.
Come on for a joyride.
You know, in true player character fashion, we spend the whole
Hobo,
session
hobo,
avoiding going to the
hobo.
place that we choose to go to at the end of the session.
Yeah. Well, you were like in a different situation than you were before.
Yeah. Now we're in control.
Now you're the captain now.
And I'm pretty sure we distinctly heard them mention a brig earlier, which seems like a convenient place
Ooh.
to hold this person. Speaking of, can I have their weapons?
You have them. You have I'm gonna add to your inventory. Standard. Do you want one each? Because he had 2 guns.
Yeah, I'll take two. Yeah, I'll take one.
Standard
Yeah, I'll take that.
issue. Spazer. That's gonna be a +1 to firearm. I'm gonna say +1 to firearm and also.
I know you mentioned someone had a baton earlier, but I think it was the first set of guards. I don't know if these guys have them too.
They're McFrickin' gone.
Stand.
Yeah, so I was saying I don't know if these guys also had a baton like the first ones. I did not expect to get the batons off the atomized first set of
Plus
cards.
Issue +1 I'm gonna say that you're gonna go look for them, but as you grab the guns, you go look for the batons. You hear you hear from the quarantined off corridor where the infantry came from. You hear it being opened, and you definitely hear we gotta get it in there. We gotta get our men out of there. So
Oh, never
it feels
mind,
like
we're
time
leaving.
is short. Okay, so you go there, get
Yeah.
firearms.
Yeah,
+1
no,
firearms. Standard issues Spazer. Okay, so you go in there. And it's like for an officer ship, it's kind of bad, but for a regular ship, it's not the worst. It's definitely serviceable. It's like a 4 compartment sort of thing. Kind of pretty spacious for a spaceship, honestly.
I look at Lee and I'm like, okay, on 3 we're gonna say what we're both thinking. 1, 2, 3, makeover.
Makeover. So
I don't know if we have the time for a makeover with Check's non-existent watch on her arm. Oh wait, no, I'm cybernetic. I can have one there for a change. I can
Yeah.
have the technology of a normal watch.
We have the
is it
technology.
digital or analog?
Ooh, probably an analog one.
You
think
look
that's more
there,
fun.
and it's like a little cartoon rabbit using their hands like a Mickey Mouse watch all the time. But it's also like
Yeah, just
got a
like
lot of arms because space is weird like that.
Oh my god.
Yep. You know, it's like this is the time on this so and so planet. This is the time on the station and on the moon and on the. Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I have to scroll whenever I go to a new solar system to get like a different face with the right
I
arms.
gotta update it.
But
Oh god, yeah.
yeah, the
So
point is, I think they're right behind us. So the makeover will probably need to wait until we land somewhere else.
okay, so you're in there. You go to the cockpit, and as you get in there, wouldn't you know it, there's someone already in there.
Ah, crap! They had a leader.
No way.
Well, I mean, I
But
assume they had a leader. I just
the
know that
thing
leader
is,
was local.
it's not a member. For what you can tell, it's not a member of the evil empire. You
And who?
they as you go in, they turn around and they aim a phaser at you. It's like, hey, back up, it's big. Space pig. I just want to make sure that because that wasn't anything else. That could only be one thing. Okay. So it appears to be like a very burly cat person. Appears to be a cat man. He's very buff and very muscular. He's got like tabby colors on him. He's like, wait a minute, you ain't with the evil empire, are you?
No, we literally just killed them.
Except for the one that we threw in the brig to interrogate later.
Wait a minute. So you got one of them with you? Okay, well, all right. Well, go get his biometrics. Get him in here so we can launch this thing. And he like,
Oh, of course.
he's still got his
Fingerprint off.
he's got his phaser pointed at you. He's like, move it. He like gesturing to go back out to grab the officer.
All right, well, you know what? I don't appreciate having the gun pointed at me, but I like these instructions, so I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well,
where did you leave the officer when you went in?
I assume we just threw the officer into the brig as we passed it by on our way to the, to the cockpit. So
Okay.
double back to there.
Okay, so you go back to the brig, and you realize, or perhaps you're thinking, oh, Hambone hasn't used that joker he stowed away yet, and
Dun,
he plays
dun,
it right now,
dun.
and no one's in the brig.
No! How are we gonna fly this thing?
We'll have to. Oh wait, we took. All right, so here's my nonsensical engineering thing. GM can feel free to tell me it's nonsense.
Okay.
We took the guns of this officer. We get the fingerprints off the gun, and then using some of that spray fake aluminum, make a mold of that fingerprint to use for the biometric scan.
Okay. You know what? It's a good idea. You're about to do that when you hear like a very high pitch and some laser fire,
Oh no.
and it's coming from the cockpit. What would you like to
This
do?
spaceship is too spacious.
It's
The
an officer ship.
officer snuck past us.
He knows it's better than you guys. Anyone on the ship,
It's
so
true.
far as you know.
Yeah. All right, I guess back to the cockpit we go, unless Ashley, you have a different opinion.
Yeah.
This is getting crazy. And then I just go with you.
All right. Okay, you go back to the cockpit, and the officer and the cat person are guns at each other.
Okay.
It also appears that the officer, knowing where the armory would be, has got himself a phaser rifle and is pointing it at the cat person. He's like, 2 turncoats and a prisoner. Of course I'd be ambushed like that. I was only 2 days away from retirement. Like,
Buddy, I got bad news for you.
oh no. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, he looks at I keep wanting to say Yasha, but that's not it. Ashley and Lee and goes, all right, let's get a deal. We're going to let bygones be bygones. You get this flea-ridden tabby out of here. I'll forget this whole thing ever happened. And I'll give you a 5-minute head start. What do you say?
I
The
say you're outnumbered, buddy.
The tabby looks at you as like, all right, just get this, have this guy get his fuck rifle away from me. Sorry, I shouldn't curse in front of people. I'm trying to lay off, but it's a very stressful situation. So you just get that out of here. I can take you anywhere in the galaxy. He's like, the officer looks like, you do that, the whole empire's going to come crashing down on you. What do you do?
Which one do I shoot?
I mean, it's possible you could do this without shooting everyone. But then again, there's possible you can do this with shooting everyone, so... That's just that's just how binary choices work. Actually, it's more of a gradient, honestly. Because you could probably shoot one person and let one live.
Ow.
Oh,
Sorry.
Skittle?
Yeah.
What does Skittle
bites.
want? I think Skittle wants violence all the time, so...
She wants to eat my thumb.
Makes sense.
Anyway, sorry. Lee,
Yeah,
what do you
Ashley.
think?
These thoughts is like, you know what? Lee's thinking we could just let the officer leave. 5 minutes, that seems like plenty.
But he's also
Anytime.
being like, I want my ship back. I'm gonna let you off.
Oh,
and I'm
let
gonna
you
let you
off.
give
Oh, no, then we'll be on the mall. Nah, you know what?
Well, I guess
that
he
case-
needs some negotiating. And if only someone has good persuasion or something to do that.
Yeah, I think it's up to Ashley to either negotiate something or create an opening for Lee to sucker punch someone again.
Because you're so good at sucker
Ashley.
punching.
I'm just not good at roll or flip. I'm not good at luck. That is my real life dump stat, and unfortunately, my deck is 3 cards away from refreshing, so I am well primed to draw both jokers in one roll. But you know,
I'm happy to persuade, but I just don't know what we're persuading to do.
Maybe persuading the cat to put down their arms. Maybe persuading the officer to put down their arms. Maybe cause a distraction so one could shoot the other. Or maybe using... Just to remind you, you have telekinesis, so...
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to use my telekinesis.
If you want to try that out.
Oh, Skittle, please. Oh my god.
It's goodness.
I mean, I'm kind of siding with the tabby here.
yeah.
To give them some kind of opportunity. I mean, we already killed like 5 of their guys? What's killing one more, right?
I mean, you didn't kill them. That was your fans. You definitely can
Yeah, that
condone
was, like-
them. You definitely condone
Yeah.
their actions, but you definitely wish they could do it again right now.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, we should just kill this guy. I wonder how I should do it though.
This guy's not very
Um,
descriptive.
Right.
The officer.
There we go.
The officer.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of maybe I can flip a switch on with using telekinesis on the ship to like create like loud noises. So we can't like start the ship because we need the bio whatever, like we need his thumbprint or whatever. But maybe I can like make like an alarm go off so he's distracted and the tabby can get a hit on.
An alarm to distract him. Okay.
Turn on the radio at max volume.
Could be.
Okay.
So-
You know
so-
what? That sounds good. Give me. Turning on the radio. Give me wit telekinesis.
Okay, so I believe I'm still healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. You got it.
Okay, so I'll have, excuse me, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got 1 success. It's a Jack of Hearts.
Okay. You, with your mind, you turn on the radio, which, you know, it happens. It's just like an AM FM tuner and like a Buick, 1969 Buick. Basically, just in the middle of this gigantic advanced control panel. And you turn it up slowly, and you hear like, if you like pina coladas and get lost in the rain. And like, the officer kind of goes, is that my song? And he looks over to the console. I'm going to flip a card to see if the tabby takes advantage of that. The tabby does not take advantage of that. He does not go for the shot. Instead, he goes, yeah, Pina Colada song. You know, Escape. You know that song? That's what it's actually called. It's like, yeah, not a lot of people know that. The officer responds. It's like, you know, you and me, we're not so different. You know, we could probably
Stop
find.
bonding.
Yeah, you stay out of this. They go, yeah, this probably go well. You know, maybe we're not so different. You know, maybe it's a big misunderstanding. How about you let all of us go, or at the very least, me go.
Traitor!
You know, maybe we could run away and escape. And they're gonna do a persuasion flip of, let's say, 4.
Oh my god, are they falling in love?
He says this, and the officer goes, you know, I am so close to retirement. I don't really want to stain my record, but God, it's been so long serving the evil empire. He lowers his laser rifle a little bit lower. Finger still very near the trigger, but it is pointed a little bit away, and he's not as alert. He looks more introspective. What would you like to do?
All right, if the cat's not taking this opportunity, I can take it.
Okay.
Take the lead. Just charge in. Try to get between them, so that way if the gun does go off, it hits me instead of the cat. That way no one else gets harmed due to my recklessness.
I mean,
but
it is also
otherwise just brute force, head first. We're going in.
Okay, so that's definitely got to be a brawn melee right there.
You know, going in with the intent of just either striking or, depending on how the weapon go, or like the grabbing the rifle, hitting them with the rifle, you know, itself. Any of these will work.
Okay.
But let's see. So I get brawn melee.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, I am healthy. I got 3. I got 7. So that's 8. We'll see if I need to spend any drive. Last
I got you.
3 cards of the deck are, in fact, all numbers.
Okay.
So we get, all right, 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
Your luck's turning around.
Yeah, see, that's actually the nice thing about this, is that there's a pity system.
Yeah.
If your luck is bad.
Yeah. Okay. So as you see him kind of bring his rifle down, you notice like you're just waiting for any sort of like diversion of attention, and he like kind of looks to the side like maybe I'm the bad guy. And as soon as you see that, you do like a Yang from Street Fighter 6 like forward Superman punch and just knock him out. He just like goes, oh, and he spits up some blood on the transparent aluminum windshield, and he's out.
Well, hopefully when you wake up, that thought will have done all the marinating it needs.
You hear his death rattle, and you're pretty sure he's dead.
Well, in that case, you said knocked out, so I thought that meant he was alive. All right.
You just keep on killing.
You did bring him down all the way down, so he is dead.
Well, that's fine.
I mean, unless you want to like resuscitate him.
No, that's fine.
Okay,
Like,
Kiss
you know
that
what?
man.
This person worked for a long career for the evil empire. I don't feel that bad for this person.
You don't know that. Maybe he transferred.
He just said
Maybe he was a double agent. You don't know.
You're right. I don't know. But what I do know is biometrics are about to unlock this ship.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We're gonna do
the
that.
tabby, he relaxes his shoulders like, oh, thank God. He's like, damn it. Thought I could bond over it. All right, grab his hand. We gotta scan him up. So you grab his hand, you put it on the panel, and you're just like scanning, scanning, scanning. Bad scan. Please clean and scan again.
Oh,
So you do that.
Oh.
He goes, bad scan, bad scan. And then you look down at the panel, you realize it's for the other hand. So you take the other hand, you put down that hand, you put it on the other hand. It's like scanning, scanning, access granted, and the panel lights up. Navigations are on, comms are on. It's like, come in, USS Brigadier, are you there? You don't know if that's for you, but if you want to answer it, you can. But what would you like to do? Everything. I mean, for Lee, you don't know a lot about the Evil Empire ships, but you figure maybe with a little bit of chutzpah, you could figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Tabby
That's
Tabby
what my
is like
is just a little bit of chutzpah.
Tabby is kind of flipping switches like, okay, we got to get out of here. They're looking at one of the cameras like, oh god, they're through the dock air shield. We got to get going. So what would you like to do?
All right. If Tabby looks like he has a better idea than I would about what's happening, I would like to assist Tabby in what I assume is a piloting check, but maybe it's a computer's check. I don't know. To get the ship up. And
I mean, you could ask him. You could ask him.
Yeah.
Like what he needs.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah. What do you need me to do?
Okay. I know how to pilot, but I need someone on navigation. I can get us around asteroids, but if I'm doing long navigation, I need someone to plot us a course. Can you plot a course?
Is that a computer's check or an engineering check or?
I mean,
either way,
okay,
I'm at least moderately.
Okay, we need to get to Clause 3 on the double. The state-of-the-art world is at hand, so we need to get there as fast as we can from here. It's a long way, but I think we can jump. So I'm gonna say that's gonna be intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
what if it's space-wise?
I mean, it could be.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say either intelligence piloting or intelligence space-wise. So either of you can do that if you want to help.
Okay, I have space-wise, so I'll just do I think it's 5 for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine is 6. Well, 7 plus with healthy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I got 7.
All right.
I mean, if you don't want it, like, if you think Lee can do it by themselves, you don't have to do it. Or if you want to, like, if you still want to roll, it's fine. But it depends on, like, it's like you assessing whether you want to
respond to
roll
that
for
message.
the cards for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe, like, wait to see what Lee rolls and then
Sure.
help them.
I just got 3 successes. I can only pull off so many of those.
Yeah, good point. Okay, you
All
plot. You're not too familiar with Clause 3, but you do know where Clause 2 is, so you assume it's somewhere near it, and by God, it's right next to it.
All right.
So you pilot in, you do it. The tabby goes, okay, we're in? Good. All right, we got to get to 88,000 light years per hour in order to get to
when I
jump.
said I pulled 3, I meant like my previous roll was 3.
Okay,
See if
okay.
Nova wanted that.
Well, let's see what-
Sorry, I
Oh.
wasn't trying to say I got 3. I
Okay,
didn't pull
so,
yet.
all right, so just flip that, and
Yeah,
once
okay.
we get
All right,
that,
so
we'll figure it out from there.
Miscommunication.
It's fine.
Although it would be very funny if I. Oh no, I got 4 actually. Now I'm afraid.
Okay, you're like, oh yeah, Clause 3, yeah, old stomping ground. Used to, play with my good Catonian friends over there. And you don't even really look at it. You're like doing action per minute, like 1,000 to get it in there. It's like, wow, it like the back of your hand or paw. It's like, all right, we need to actually you do it in such an efficient manner. They're like, oh, we'd only need to get like half the power to get there. We still need a little bit more time to go there. So until then, we need to get out of here, get away from the dock. So he's like, okay, uncouple there. All right. Okay, good. So, however, as you're pulling away from the space station, you notice that there are at least 2 Evil Empire fighters tailing you. The tabby turns to you and goes, listen, we need to get those off our tail. If they're dragged in us, they're going to follow us all the way to Clause 3. We need to get them off there. he snaps his paws and points to a doorway on either side. Listen, there are gunner seats on each side. We need to get them off there. So get up there and shake them off.
All right, that's 2 gunner seats. Ashley, you're in the other.
Oh my god! I've always wanted to do this.
Oh my god, gonna live stream doing a gunner.
First time, virgin.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Okay. So you get in there. They're, kind of spherical sort of things. They're 2-barreled. The fighters are doing pretty much just tailing you straight line. You kind of hear from the comms that you're being hailed a lot.
Oh. Yeah, unless Ashley, you wanted to try to call them off with your words.
Like,
but I'll get into the gunner seat
might,
with words.
You might think that it's, since like this is an officer ship, they might have, a fighter escort. So it's possible you could convince them that the officer is still in there, and maybe you can have them, like, you don't need an escort or something like that. It just depends. So let's see. What would you like to do?
So we're trying to, like, you're saying I could potentially convince them that, like, oh, everything's fine. The officer is still
how are
in
you?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
you
we
could
don't-
try
we don't
that
need an
unless
escort
you
for
want to
like
do
that.
something else to do. Like, if you think of, like, maybe screw it, we can just, blast them out of the sky. Or you want to do something else, like, I don't know, find a way to cloak the ship. Who knows? It's up to you guys. But you will, the Tabby does not want the fighter ships to come with them to Clause
Okay.
3.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Do these ships have some kind of like visual like hologram system to like talk to each other like some ships do?
I mean, they do have view screens. That's just a view screen. Like,
So, 'cause
although
idea-
as an officer ship, you do have the hologram, but that's more for like officer to officer. So the fighters only
Okay,
have
the
like the
view-
view screen.
Cause I kind of wanted to do like a weekend at Bernie's, like telekinesis a dead body to being like,
I mean-
everything's okay.
I mean, you can do that. There is communicator. It's not hologram, but I think that might work in your favor.
Yeah, that might make it a little bit easier, actually.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna get in the.
I
gun
mean,
to
there's
start
also
shooting the
they're only
creature.
hailing you in audio, so you don't really have to do that.
Okay.
Like, if someone maybe wants to, like, if you could probably just convince them as Ashley, because they were sent to grab you.
That's true. Hi guys! Just wanted to let you know that everything's like totally fine. We just grabbed some boba, so we were just a little parched. And he didn't really agree with the officer, so he's just in the bathroom right now. But no worries, we're gonna go and like continue the plan or whatever.
Okay, give me charm lying.
All right, a charm is the 4, and the 5, and the 6, and the lying is a 2, so that's the 8, I believe.
8?
Is that right, or is it 7 or 8?
It's 7.
Oh, 7, okay.
You do have 2 more drive, I think.
Well, let's see how this goes, and I'll use the drive if necessary.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2.
I mean, also, I like to remind you that you still have otherworldly.
Which one does that? What does that do again?
Otherworldly means you can use your space wise in place of empathy, lying, or persuasion. So if you won, that will give you 2 more pulls.
Okay. So then that's 9.
Yeah.
Unless I do drive. Let's see.
You can also do that in addition to drive.
Right. I just want to see how it goes first, and then I'll.
Okay.
Right? Because I can do that, or do I have to claim it beforehand?
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Okay.
Like, depending on how it goes, and I think we're kind of winding down the session.
Okay. All right. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I got 3 successes.
You feel comfortable with that?
I thought that was pretty good.
Okay, so
If it's not pretty good, I guess I could pour
uh,
more.
I'm gonna
But if you pull more,
say
you might be a Joker.
I know,
uh,
it's so true.
so I'm gonna say that you say that over the comms, like all right, good to hear. Okay, did you say boba? I don't see it was a boba place in the mall. Oh god, I could go for some boba. I've never had it, but I've always wanted to try.
Oh my god, you should. It's like a new place, really like exclusive though. So I don't know if you're gonna find it, but I got some like a person on the inside and I just like convinced them. But you know what? I'll put in a good word for you so you can try it out. You should try the astral implosion.
Okay, so I'm gonna say over the radio here. I kind of want to try it. Candace, you want some? It's like, yeah, I could go for some. Yeah. You know what? Hear about this. Why don't you go? You go back to the station. Grab one. I'll continue the tail. You can meet us back where you can follow us back after that. It's like Roger that. And one of the fighters pull off, but there's still one following you.
Okay.
But you also hear like one of them's like, Ashley, I'm a really big fan. I'm really hoping to look forward to you. I know I'm not going to be, directly working with you, but it's just, an honor to, be, working with the same evil empire as you.
Oh my god, that's so sweet of you. Like, what's your favorite thing about the Empire? Like, what's going on? Like, what's the plan?
They got good benefits. I like how they kind of keep down the lesser planets, and they cause a lot of derision, and make us like our superior planet of evil Earth. So yeah, that's since I'm a human, they say I'm like, I'm something about like superiority in the eyes of space god, but I don't really feel that. But if it gets me like a leg up in other avenues of life, I'll feel like I'll take it.
You're so humble.
Oh, not as humble as you, but
Oh, you're too sweet.
okay. So
and then I like turn around, like, what are we gonna do about this?
I will say that as
I have like my hand. Oh, sorry, you go.
as like they're following you, they're kind of like doing like a little swervy, like ooh, rocking back and forth, like they're like jitterbug in my head, da da, go a bang bang bang. They're just like kind of feeling it right now. Perhaps they're a bit
so
more
happy.
suggestive right now, or suggestible.
Maybe you could ask them to go get something for you. Right?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a good idea. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. But like, I totally dumped out my emergency purse in the mall. It'd be so terrible if I like left without it. It'd be so sweet of someone if like they went and got it for me. Like, I would totally be in their debt and like maybe feature them. I don't know.
Give me charm persuasion.
Okay, let's see. Charm is the 4 and the healthy is the 5.
I will say,
and
when you said debt, I thought you were gonna say DMs.
Let's see. 4, 5, 6. Let's see.
Persuasion.
And you know what? I'll
that's
do,
that's 7 actually, because you're healthy still.
Sorry. It's always confusing for me. 7. Okay. And you know what? I didn't have to use the drive, I think, last time because I used the otherworldly, right? So I do have still 2 drive.
You could have done drive with it, but if you want to, go ahead.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean,
6,
only use it if
7.
you feel like you need it.
I need it.
Okay.
Oh no.
I got 2. All right.
I mean, you know what?
9.
That's enough. Like, they're already in a pretty good mood, so I'm gonna say,
Oh.
yeah, just when you reach the destination, just teleport your coordinates, transfer them over. We'll be right over there. If you want to like maybe transfer your number too, that'd be cool. I'll be right back.
Oh my.
And
okay.
they turn around, they go back to the mall, and you are free of the escorts.
Nice.
Thank Space God.
Okay. The tabby goes, all right, strap in, we're about to jump.
All right.
Brace yourself.
Gotta put on your space seatbelts, everyone.
Yep. You know, the tabby flips some switches. There's like a green light that goes ding, and he goes, hold on to your butts. And he pulls the throttle forward, and the camera pulls out of the spaceship, and you zoop off over the Space Kings logo.
Wow, the
title screen.
logo.
And I think, unless we want to learn more about the tabby, I think that's it. Because do we want to pick up from there, or do you want like maybe do a new sort of continuity for another session, or how are we feeling?
I think that's a good place to pause, and then we can warm up next time by learning about the tabby, right? Like some low stakes.
Oh, great! We can all learn something about the tabby because I don't have any fucking idea what's going on with them.
We'll learn together.
We'll come
We'll
up
learn
/
together.
learn together. It's if you make up information, that's the same as learning, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think?
that was
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling my character. So
You seem very in tune with her or them rather.
you know what? They're whatever gives them the most followers.
Yeah. You know,
Whole
Lee.
decided gender.
Yeah, Lee pulling out after floundering a little bit in the beginning, like pulling out on the clutch with that's pretty cool.
Yep. Thank you, pity mechanics
Yeah.
in this system.
Here's something
yeah.
I probably touched upon a little bit with the hero points, but at the end of every session, the players give out hero points to people who they think, like did really well or did something noteworthy in the session. So I'm gonna say do that. I know it's like there's only 2 of you, so you would all give each other the hero points. But it's also just very nice to like say what we liked about how they performed and how they did in the session. So go ahead. I will say right now, I think you guys did really well in the role-playing section. You had some problems, but I think you gelled pretty good. Especially, I'm going to say Nova did really well with their character, and I think Mordio did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nova Ashley is a very powerful entity. You've done a great job.
That's why the evil
of-
empire needs them.
Yeah, exactly. So powerful that the objective is to get you specifically. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Propaganda is power. I think you did a good job of wielding it, both getting people atomized, causing distractions.
I cannot
very
believe
effectively.
that was really. It really set the tone where my first roll just had like the whole mall eviscerate 2 guys. That was like, oh my god.
You do have a
Eviscerate
9
3.
crit, so I've seen people
three?
cut. I've seen people cut spaceships in half for less successes.
Wow. But yeah, that was really fun just to see that play out with the cards. I don't know if I'll do so well next time, but that was fun. And I think like Mordio, you did like a good job of getting into the fight scenes. I mean, you caused some damage
You
and
kicked
just
a
like
plant person's head off.
I know that was
Yeah.
crazy.
It was wild.
Like I picture the plant people as like the flowers from Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version, but with more stock
I was
heavy.
imagining that too.
Yeah.
Weren't
They
those
also-
flowers so obnoxious?
They don't really have faces or anything that like signifies a face. They're just petals. Yeah. But yeah. Well, I had like in terms of world building, I only had like the Galleria 9 because Galleria is like the famous mall in LA.
Oh.
Oh.
And I'm
Yeah,
so
I did not
glad I
catch
found
that
I'm so
reference.
glad I found a way out of that Foot Locker.
That was
cul-de-sac.
funny. I do like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think you rolled with it pretty well. That was pretty
Somehow
funny.
the regular Foot Locker more germane to a plot than to the plot than than the Mystic Foot Locker.
The Mystic Footlocker.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
all right, so I'm gonna say you both get a hero point. And hero points, just to reiterate, they are like drive, but you can only use them once per action. but they cost they're 2 extra flips each. And
Ooh,
also,
2.
who would like to be the anti-Joker? Because after a session, someone is designated the anti-Joker for the next session.
Oh, players decide. I would just looked it up to see if there was a criteria. It's like we just decide how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Does Ashley have the anti-Joker the
Do
power
you-
to just veto a bad thing?
Do you think they have like the how you say judgment to do so?
Oh, I don't
So-
know.
That's a great question. So sorry, the anti-Joker can just be like whatever.
You can like if someone pulls up a Joker, you can be like that didn't happen and just gets to go in the discard.
Oh, okay.
Either that, or I can take it, and it can hopefully be a engineered solution to a problem.
Yeah.
Like this-
Why don't you take it? Why don't you take it?
It's gonna be
Alright,
for
well.
Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna save these. Also, everyone's healed.
Hooray!
Yay!
Woo!
So you all get a hero point. Also, between sessions, if you want, you can look up the reference, and if you want to like move some stats around, that's useful. You can do that. Like if it
Okay.
didn't gel, like what you had didn't gel with what you were doing, you want to maybe move it around a little bit. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Cool.
That's
good to
what we
know.
call a time skip. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So, any other thoughts before we leave?
Not really. I just want to say thank you for
Yep.
offering to GM for us. It's not very often we're players together, so that's very
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once I saw you and Mordio doing that Daggerfall stream, it's like I wonder if they'd be interested in doing one with me, because like you can
Absolutely.
honestly play like this, just 2 people in total, like GM and player.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I've
like
been
this one
wanting to do
seems-
this for a very long time, so I'm very glad I was able to get people together for it.
Well, how did you feel about, you said this was your first time GMing. How did it feel?
It was really it's kind of stressful being like, oh god, I thought, oh god, where's the plot? I didn't think of a plot. No. Trying to figure that out was stressful, but I think like you were very into it and like could figure out sort of the mechanics, even if I probably didn't explain them the best, which just goes to show you how great of a system Space King's in. SpaceKings.space to pick it up.
Plug,
And just
plug.
like just my experience of it, trying to figure that out and like just kind of going with the flow. I think that helped, and like you guys are very understanding and pretty encouraging with it. So yeah.
I mean, I've been on the other side of the table, so I totally get you that it is stressful.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I think you did a pretty good job explaining everything. Now, I did
Yeah.
read it partially ahead too, just because that's the kind of person I am. I like reading RPG systems, but
Yeah.
I thought you
But I
explained
did
very
it,
well.
so
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I helped you, clarify certain things. So
yeah.
Yeah, and like Nova said, we both GM before, so we understand what kind of position you're in, and that it's a lot of hard work. So we appreciate it,
yeah.
and we both had fun.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure how often we're gonna be doing this. I mean, depending on how like your guys' schedule is like and mine, we'll figure something out. But if you'd like to know when we're gonna do this, you can follow me at Radio Bone Air on Twitch, television, on Twitter, and Blue Sky, and Tumblr, all those fun things, to know when we go live. I'm gonna put you guys right here. So we're all in the close-up together. Oh, hold on. Yeah, sorry, Mike. And if you'd like to find out when Nova and Mordio, what they're up to and what they're doing, why would you believe it? They have a Twitch channel as well, where they play games sometimes together, sometimes by themselves, but also with chat because they're lovely people. You can follow them at Mordio and Nova on Twitch television. Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. They're
That's
very
us. We're Mordio and Nova.
they're very lovely. They've also playing Elden Ring. Nova is playing Elden Ring for the first time with Mordio with seamless co-op, and it's very entertaining.
I I'm glad other people are enjoying. Not that I'm not enjoying Elden Ring, but I'm glad other people also enjoy watching me do whatever I am doing in
Yeah,
that
they
game.
also do art streams. They also do TTRPGs, which is why I felt comfortable asking them if they want to do this. So please follow them on
Yeah.
there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
And as always, I've been Beauregard Ispelon Hamilton, aka Hambone, host of Radio Bone Air, wishing good bone to you. Bye bye. Whee!